Mama's on the mic, let's roll this ride. Betty's got the vibe, bringing that sweet collide. Sean's spinning dials, making magic here. Broadcasting on a bus where the fun is clear. Rise and grind, let the morning show shine. 7 to 10, we're rocking the time.
7:30.
Tuesday to Friday, feel the beat align. Big Mama and Betty with that one-of-a-kind design.
Oh, baby, it's Tuesday. We got it stacked in.
Hit snooze twice, but you're tuning in still. Catch the banter hot like a coffee refill. Sean's in the back with the radio glow. Power in the party on this bustin' show.
Let's roll.
Wheels on the bus.
Laughter on the
Let's
air.
go.
The crew keeps rolling like they
Just don't care.
Big Mama got jokes,
Betty got sass.
Sweet morning energy, nothing's gonna surpass.
Rise and grind, let the morning show shine. 7 to 10, we're rocking the time.
Get it, girl.
Tuesday to Friday, feel the beat alive. Big Mama and Betty with the
One-of-a-kind design.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Tuesday, June 10th, 2025. You are waking up right now with that Rising Grind Morning Show.
I was a little excited. I pre-rang it. Did you
It's okay.
notice?
You can premature do things.
It was exciting.
National Frosted Cookie Day, Egg Roll Day, Herbs and Spices Day, Black Cow Day,
Moo.
Iced Tea Day, and Ballpoint Pen Day. It's a pretty solid day.
Yeah. That's a good day.
Have you had frosted cookie right after you eat that egg roll? Made with a bunch of herbs and spices?
Mm-hmm. Glass of milk.
Right. Chocolate.
Oh,
The black
chocolate
kind,
milk. Yeah.
Followed up with some tea.
And
Sign a
then,
contract with your ballpoint pen. Former first daughter, Sasha Obama, turns 24 today.
oh, wow.
She's celebrating with a big old blunt. Happy birthday to Kate, allegedly. Kate
Allegedly.
Upton, who turns 33 today. Singer Hoku turns 44, and Elizabeth Hurley turns 60 today. She's going to celebrate with Billy Ray Cyrus. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. That is what I have for you the holidays. Now, what is inside the news today? Oh, it's intense, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to talk about the riots in California.
What?
I'll talk about the Baldini Lively lawsuit. I'm going to talk about Captains for Clean Water and Sheriff Whidden of Henry County going at each other. I'll talk about the Florida Panthers dominating, and then we'll wrap it up with some Diddy.
Ooh, did-a-do.
But the world be crazy right now.
Yes.
You missed it.
Aw. I was going to catch it.
Newsom blames Trump for chaos after federal forces descend on L.A. Wait a second, bro. It's not my state.
Right?
Control your own place.
But he refuses. He said, no.
Yeah, arrest me. Okay, we're on our way.
I've been
Take that guy to jail. I won't have to worry about anybody running against him in a few years.
He's been waiting for this moment.
What did you want? Wish granted.
He's like a genie.
Right, just wiggles his nose.
The little golden genie just pops up with the hair and everything.
Be careful what you wish for. That's all I'm saying. Don't challenge law enforcement.
Yeah. While you're
I would never, no matter what I do now or what I did in the past, would I ever challenge law enforcement. I always said this before I ever did a podcast or did anything with the sheriff's department. The only thing that the easiest way to get me to stop running, stop or I'll tase you. I'll stop immediately.
Done.
I'm going to stop immediately.
You're there. You're like,
I don't want to be tased or shot.
What about beanbagged?
No. Did you see the lady get beanbagged? You see the reporter get shot?
No.
You didn't get
There was a beanbag lady?
Oh, she got nailed in the leg. Look it up. It's on the news. Reporter gets shot in L.A.
Really?
Oh, man, we'll get into it while we tell you the story of what's going on. Governor,
beanbag?
A beanbag, yeah. I think so. It was a beanbag or some kind of non-lethal.
Less than lethal.
There it is. There it is. Oh, it's right there. We'll get. Oh, let's shot it. Go get it. It's that good.
Really?
Let me make sure you're not muted. You're not now. All right.
We're
So
gonna end up watching a
Covering
commercial.
by the
ice
way,
in the
I'm
LA.
supposed to tell you that this is viewer discretion is advised.
3-year price lock.
Really that bad with a beanbag?
Ryzen, you owe me $30. Oh, look, it's on. We get local too. I like it.
Reporter was shot by a non-lethal projectile. Moving them on
What?
to the heart of LA.
She doesn't flinch for that one. Bam!
Oh!
She gets nailed there, though.
Oh!
Get out of the way, girl. You crossed the line.
Tomasi was reporting live when, without warning, an officer behind her raised a weapon and fired.
What do you mean without warning? He shot her the first time.
Tomasi wasn't wearing any protective gear and cried out in pain before quickly backing away with her cameraman. She later reassured her crew, saying she was okay.
What?
Yeah. It's crazy out there right now. All right, Governor Gavin Newsom sharply criticized for, why does it keep saying that? President Donald Trump following the recent surge in National Guard presence and federal personnel in L.A. In a message posted on X, Newsom stated that Trump succeeded. Now things are destabilized and we need to send in more law enforcement just to clean up Trump's mess. His remarks came amid escalating tensions triggered by federal deployment tied to immigration enforcement and protest in the city. Newsom argued these actions are necessary provocations and inflaming a volatile situation rather than restoring order. He emphasized that the state and local authorities were already coordinating to keep peace through mutual aid, and that the federal intervention launched without proper coordination with his office disrupted an already delicate balance. Newsom's words echoed a broader backlash from Democratic leaders who view the federal deployment in California as an overreach of executive power. Officials, including the governor, noted that the National Guard and local law enforcement have been actively working together before the federal operation began, addressing issues ranging from logistical support to fire recovery to maintaining public safety during demonstrations. The sudden influx of federal agents, according to Newsom, upset an existing equilibrium and provoked further unrest, damaged civil-federal relations, and intensified the need for additional law enforcement resources. And calling out what he termed Trump's mess, Newsom positioned the federal presence not as stabilizing force, but as a catalyst, even greater local action to manage the fallout. So Newsom is saying that the arrival of so this all started with ICE agents, all right?
Okay.
And there's some in L.A. trying to avoid ICE agents from deporting people.
You saw Maxine
All right.
Waters out there screaming at them.
So
What are you doing in my city?
right. So depending on how you stand on immigration, and if you're not born here and you don't have legal rights to be here, you got to get out. Especially right now. I said the same thing in 2001, right after 9/11. I'm going to say it now. If you got to get out, we got to restabilize. Not saying you can't come back another day, but right now we're going to shut things down. You need to go on out of here. And I think as a majority, most people should be okay with that. What strangely enough is that people aren't, and they want to find a way to fight this. Right. Look, you got to get out. Now, there's a lot of issues that I want everyone to understand that a lot of people won't talk about, and I'm going to talk about them, and everyone knows I'm a conservative. They know where I stand. I'm not worried about what people think of me, but I want to tell you, immigration is a very, very fine line for both parties, and I'm going to tell you why. Nobody wants to pay $95 for a bag of oranges.
No.
But there is a group of people that live in a place called Orange Grove, California, that is all illegals. The entire city is illegals. I've been there. I've talked to the mayor who's an illegal. I've talked to all the people who live there that are illegals.
Wait, you said the mayor is an illegal?
The mayor is an illegal alien of Orange Grove, California. Now, it might be changed, but understand that this was years ago, and I'm going to say 2007 when I was there.
Yeah.
And there was this these people that all pick these oranges for whatever they make.
Right.
You know, they're not illegal. They're illegal. So minimum wage doesn't matter. Now, I think it's horrendous that somebody works for under minimum wage, especially in this country, but you have to be a resident.
Right.
So go through the process. That's all I'm saying. Go through the process. You want to live here. And if you can't go through the process, you can't live here. And that's just the way it is right now. And now you got what's called, an amazing amount of you have to put California in there. There's a lot of orange groves. And then you have to think about, do we have the beginning of civil war in California?
Right.
And just so you know, now the Broward County mayor is saying that he's not going to work with ICE either.
Broward County and
Broward
Fort
County,
Myers? I mean, Fort Lauderdale?
Yeah, they're not going to work either.
Good luck.
Right.
Good
What?
luck.
You're in my backyard. I don't even have to. I don't even need your permission.
Yeah.
Once I live here, I can do what I want within like 100 miles of this joint. Like,
that guy will never be reelected. Just so you know. He just pretty much gave his position up.
Right. And so this whole thing has become a situation that we should all be paying attention to because it reminds me, and I hate to tell you this, it reminds me of the Rodney King riots.
Yeah.
And I've said this before. We can't this country racially is as fragile as it was then. We got through that situation, and now, you know, we are in a situation where I would never play, and see how I'm stuttering through this because it's just a crazy world we live in. The race card is becoming something that's played in multiple different ways, from multiple different angles, from multiple different races.
Right.
And it's become such an issue that if you call it, people are all like, oh, let's riot. And it's just not necessary. And I hope that we understand that we're all Americans, and we need to understand that the people that are American have the right to be here.
I'm not the mayor, apparently.
Right. You know what's crazy is the only reason I believe that this may be old news, Sean, because if the current administration found out that the entire county does not have a countywide mayor, right? It's governed by a board of supervisors. There you go. Yeah. It's governed by a board of supervisors. Why is it not? It's got a city with a bunch of residents, but why not? Because they don't want it on the map.
This is, one of the big things that got me yesterday watching the protest videos.
Right.
Was the mothers that brought their children that were 2-3 years old in strollers. And they're going out there doing this, and then they're mad when tear gas gets released in the area, and their children have this in their eyes.
If you purposely taped your
do not take a child
to a riot, you should be in jail. There's an end of the story.
That's like bad parenting,
right? Endangering. That
was just awful, and it was just sad to see because I'm like, that little boy did not need to be there.
Orange Grove,
literally crying, and his mom is wiping his face with a Mexican flag.
It's Orange Grove County?
Yeah, it's Orange Grove City.
They said there was no city.
Right. Lively declares victory as judge tosses Baldoni's $400 million countersuit, reflects on manufactured shame. Blake Lively has spoken publicly for the first time following the judge's dismissal on June 9th of Justin Baldini's $400 million countersuit, naming her husband, Ryan Reynolds, their publicist, Leslie Sloan, in the New York Times. In an Instagram story, Lively expressed deep empathy, saying, like so many others, I've felt the pain of retaliatory lawsuit, including the manufactured shame that tries to break us, and recognized that while she was fortunate to have the means to fight legally, so many don't have the resources to fight back. She also stated her renewed commitment to women's voices and safety, and thanking supporters and urging others to donate to nonprofits supporting women's rights, domestic violence survivors, and employment law causes. Her legal team hailed the dismissal as a total victory and a complete vindication, with plans to seek attorney fees, treble damages, and punitive damages against Baldini and his team. While Judge Lewis J. Lemon's decision protects statements made by Lively in her civil rights complaint under privilege, Baldini retains the option to amend his allegation related to the contract interference on June 23, 2025, with both parties poised for further legal maneuvers. A full trial is currently scheduled for May 9, 2026, placing this as just the opening chapter of a long-running court battle.
So is everything dropped now?
I don't know. I think just something.
Just one thing? Yeah. And she's claiming victory?
I think so.
All right.
Henry County Sheriff Steve Whitten, a great man, has raised alarms about violent rhetoric he claims is appearing in comments on Captains for Clean Water's Facebook page, spurred by the proposed rock mine project south of Lake Okeechobee. In a Facebook statement, the sheriff's office asserted that recent posts have fueled hostility and provoked violent rhetoric, with comment examples such as "burn them and their lies," "these corrupt people should be executed," and "violence will stop this."
What?
Whitten emphasized that while his focus is on public safety, not targeting the environmental group itself, any threats against public officials won't be tolerated, and that online threats remain prosecutable, although no arrests have been made. Founders of the Captain's Clean Water, led by Daniel Andrews, countered that the actively moderate and promptly remove aggressive comments. They say the sheriff's warning is a politically motivated attack designed to distract from their campaign opposing the mine, an effort they view as a threat to Everglades restoration and clean water goals. Andrews remarked, whenever we see something that's even somewhat questionable, it gets deleted immediately, and questioned the lack of direct communication from law enforcement prior to the public warning. The group remains committed to environmental advocacy, and the sheriff's reiterated his message urging civility. Just be civil, drop the threats. Hey, listen, if you're going to run an organization as somebody who's a member of your organization or a supporter of your organization is like, burn them at the stake. Look,
that's a problem.
That's a problem.
Yeah.
And F around and find out in good old Boyville, Henry County.
You
all
get
right?
the wrong one.
Right, go ahead. Like, and what's crazy is the Captains for Clean Water already is a questionable organization.
Yeah.
All right.
You heard about this?
We've heard a lot.
And last year they were criticized for accepting donations from Patagonia, a company that also contributed organizations linked to anti-Israel sentiments. Right, and they're taking money from anybody they can get it from, and what are they really doing? They got a lot of hats, a lot of shirts.
Stickers.
They got some nice boats and trucks.
Yeah.
But what are they doing? What change have you made? And that's the question I want to ask. What have you done with the millions of dollars that you've raised for Captains for Clean Water?
How do you
This
get
is
back?
an organization I'm deeply interested in. And I'm not saying they're a bad organization. I've said I haven't seen anything that's like, hey, this river is clean now because of Captains for Clean Water.
Yeah.
Hey, Captains for Clean Water are out picking up trash around
Good
lakes.
job, guys. No.
Like, I need to see this. I'm not seeing any progress. All I see is shirts, hats, and captains rocking them.
Let's see. Are there anything that stands out if we do a search on them? You
can research how much money the people that used to be boating captains make now with running a charitable organization, like they went to school for it.
Or it's
But now there's elected
legislative.
there's elected officials on that board now.
Yeah, they're saying there's legislative stuff, so they're lobbying.
They're lobbying.
Yeah.
Right. One of the biggest
A Senate bill,
which isn't a
2508.
nonprofit organization. A lobbyist is not a nonprofit.
And that was 3 years ago. That was in 2022. Okay.
So they're using their money to do what? To pay lobbyists
That's what it seems like.
to go in and fight for clean water? Like, that's just like, I need you to make real change. I need you to do something. I need you to take the money and create a machine that cleans trash up out of lakes. And I know that your bigger picture is the Lake Okeechobee releases and keeping the water clean down here. I understand your reasoning for wanting to do it.
And that's a good reason.
But are you doing it?
Right.
It doesn't seem like their money's going anywhere other than
Lobbying.
just, yeah.
In their own personal gain.
$64 million.
The money they've had, they got donated.
$740 million dedicated
Right.
to specifically.
I would like to actually talk to this
1.5
guy.
billion.
Let me go
So
find. I'll
1.5
get Daniel
billion.
Andrews to call in and be on the show, because the real question I ask is, what are we doing? It's not that I don't believe you. Understand this. Not that I don't believe you.
They have $1.5 billion.
They should be doing a
and
I
lot.
it's
just
only
need to
been
see it more.
lobbying,
I just need
or
to
is
see
there
it more.
more?
Right.
And I'm
Right.
just asking. I'm not judging.
And
I
in
wanna know.
2025, if you're running a charity, you better be above water, dog.
Yeah.
You better be 100% transparent and above water. And because if you do something that's a little bit shady, they're going to say something. And picking a fight with Sheriff Whitten, who, by the way, is one of the most nicest men in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Like, beyond the fact that he's a sheriff and a law enforcement officer, and I know him, not personally, we don't eat together, all right?
Right.
I know him. He supported me when I ran for office and told me when somebody was talking shit about me. He goes, do you know this guy? I was like, no, he's talking smack about you, bro.
Oh my God.
Right? So, I mean, that's the type of person he is. Like, you can't go and understand that the reason we
Here
weren't
we go. We
buddies.
tapped into their business.
In
breakdown of the
2022, Captains for Clean Water reported a $3.9 million revenue, 3.7 in expenses, with 3.5 in net assets. All right, program services, management, and management in general. So $974,000 management makes for that organization. $1 million a year. Keep it under $1 million. That's what they said. And they've spent $168,000 fundraising. Isn't fundraising supposed to be for incoming?
Yeah.
I don't know. The breakdown indicates approximately 70% of their expenses were directed towards program services, reflecting a strong commitment to their mission. Because the numbers don't lie, according
Here's
to this.
a paycheck.
All right, here you go. The guy who just made the statement makes $142,000 a year running an organization. Alicia Downs, Director of Education Outreach, makes $104,000 a year. And Chris Whitman, the program director, makes $95,000 a year. These, now understand, scroll down, I want to see their names.
That means there's some missing out of there.
Right. Well, it's the other people that you're not going to know about. But go down again. I want to see their salaries. I want to tell you who these people are. Former captain. I don't know Alicia, but I think I see her. I think I know her. I think she comes to one of my trivia nights. And Chris Whitman was one of the best inshore captains in the whole world. He wasn't a person designed to run a charitable organization, right? He was a fishing captain, a tournament fisherman, somebody who was sponsored by Hooters. Right, he's knowledgeable of his waters, which is great. But at the same time, come on, man. Like if you're going to pay somebody to run a charitable organization, they should be you seem like you're on the take. And what are their assets? Ask them what their assets are. What assets do they have? I mean, they have $900,000 in assets. What kind of assets do they have? 65 trucks, 9 boats. What do they got?
Well, if it's on the water, it has to be on the boat.
Total assets, $3.5 million. That includes cash and cash equivalent of 1.6. Accounts receivable, others accounts like equipment and materials. 1.8 in equipment.
Wow.
Right.
How do they use it? Advocacy.
Right.
Education programs.
I just need to see. Right.
Okay. And events.
That's the
1.6
part.
That's the interesting part, right? What are the assets?
And cash equivalents. So I got $1.6 million worth of gold sitting in my closet, so I don't have to.
Wow. That's interesting.
Yeah.
And 1.8 other assets like equipment, materials, and prepaid expenses. 1.8.
You can look up anything.
I guess this could just be sitting in their bank account.
Well, by the way, you can probably pull up the full budget line. I think everything has. Maybe they don't have to detail it. Maybe they just have to have an open line budget.
Yeah.
But nevertheless,
but it's always good to put out there so people know what they're contributing to, and if they're a solid charity that you support, then continue to do so. If you have questions, then look it up. And
I say that about every charity.
Just make sure that you're supporting the right thing.
Right. I don't think they have to list it, itemize it.
Program services renewed 0.
Oh.
So there you go. And now that we've talked about it, they're going to message me and say they want to come on. I know they will. They follow their own thread. The Florida Panthers set the tone early in Game 3 in Stanley Cup Finals in Sunrise, striking just 50 seconds. I thought it was a minute 15. 50. I looked up. It was like a minute 15 into the game, and they had already scored. 56 seconds in when Brad Marchand scored, becoming the oldest player to net goals in the first 3 games of the final and the first ever to follow overtime winner for the first minute goal. So they won 6-1 last night. Just dominated in this game, and the Oilers, the Edmonton Oilers, were just not up to par for this game. They play again on Thursday at Sunrise, and I'm going.
In Florida, Sunrise on the East Coast?
So I'm going.
Oh, okay.
And I'm going for a reason.
You'll be in Miami?
I researched something.
What?
I don't know if I should tell the world, but I'm going to. So I did it for the Blades. When the Blades were in the playoffs, it was the end of the first. It was getting ready to be the end of the first period. I said, I wonder what it would be if I was there right now to buy a ticket. And I found tickets on the glass for $20. The same ticket that was $185 in game time.
What?
I found it for $20. Last night, it's 1 minute till the end of the first period. And I said, all right, if I was standing outside, what could I buy 2 tickets for right now?
Mm-hmm.
I found them for $90 in the middle section of the arena. These are Stanley Cup playoff tickets that were $500 before the puck dropped. But you don't want to lose your money.
So what you pay when
so if you own these tickets, all right, and you got them on StubHub, and you're like, all right, I want to get $500 each for them.
Yeah,
they're gonna be good, boy. That only cost me $100. I'm gonna make me $900 right now, right?
Yeah.
Or $800, whatever it's gonna be, right? And so you put them up there, and then they don't sell. So before game time, you
Oh.
give the option, do you want to drop the price? You're like, yeah, I'll drop it $50. It doesn't happen. Then tip-off happens, and then you start dropping your prices like crazy because you don't want to sit
You want to
with...
now recoup something.
Right, you want to recoup something, even if it's half the face value. It's better than nothing.
That happened to me. It's a sore subject.
So
that's
so
that's
now
like when you used to go to a concert stand outside.
I'll never do it again.
Yeah.
You don't understand. I won't ever buy another event ticket because of this of what I figured out. I've tested it 4 times now, and all 4 times it's been correct.
Unless
Go
it's
to a
sold
Taylor Swift
out.
show, wait outside. Wait 30 minutes and wait for it. You can hear it outside. And it's never sold out. Just for the record,
Yeah.
Remember that
Never.
ticket?
Never sold out.
Really? Oh,
No
yeah.
show is ever sold out.
Ticket.
When
People
we
are like,
went-
it's a sold out crowd. I bet you I can find it. The only example. Oh, wait. Let me take that back.
Pearl Jam was like
Banana
that,
Baseball
Was it
would be
Pearl
the
Jam?
only thing that's sold out because they run their own tickets and scalpers can't get their hands on them.
Okay.
They're
And
not
then-
like Ticketmaster where somebody can put
Yeah.
a bot out there and buy 55 tickets to the Bananas.
Right, you got to show up, man.
You got to
gotta go
email
get it.
them, and then you
Yeah.
got to put in the lottery, and then they call you and be like, how many did you want for? I got you.
This is a process.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, we
So-
were at Pearl Jam. Some lady was standing outside the whole time just screaming while we're waiting to get an
Un
ticket.
It was-
Just-
it was
she had one ticket. She just
I don't
Did
buy physical tickets anymore.
endlessly for about
I don't
know,
buy
an
physical
hour.
tickets anymore.
I forget what we had, but we had tickets to a good concert. It was sold out, and then the COVID thing happened, and they rescheduled it, and we couldn't go for the rescheduled one. So I was like, well, at least I'll make some money off the tickets when I sell them. Well, the next one wasn't sold out, and I ended up selling the tickets for like a third of what we paid.
Yeah. Un ticket.
That happened recently at Hertz with Travis Tritt.
Oh, really?
That was a reschedule. You could buy tickets all the way up to the last second.
Yeah.
Like, there were tickets available forever, but that thing
Yeah.
sold out instantly with the first time around. But they had to
Mhm.
reschedule it.
Yeah, because during that, right when COVID hit, we had our Christmas gift to each other was that we had planned a bunch of concerts.
That was the last year we did that because we got
And then
Stuff
COVID
and
happened,
everything.
and then we're like, we got 5 concerts that we're just waiting on reschedules, and some of them happened to do it like the same day when
and,
they
and two
came
of
back to life.
and two of
Yeah.
them pretty much just gave me the finger. They didn't even reschedule. Didn't even get us the
Yeah,
money back.
they
or
just kept our
nothing. It was the
money.
red wine people.
Yeah,
UB40.
UB40.
UB40. I had
We-
tickets.
I
for
mean,
that. They might
I'll
have.
drop their song now
They
just
might
because of
have-
that.
They might have died or something. Who knows?
Yeah.
I didn't get anything from that.
Right. Are they dead?
It was at the House of Blues
ask.
too.
Yo, Millie Vanilli.
Disney
went
owes
down.
me
It was
money.
Millie Vanilli.
Oh yeah, I mean
What?
it was like
Milli
stupid. It was
Vanilli
like
and,
we were like picking out like dumb stuff too. to
Millie
watch.
Vanilli's dead.
No,
No,
it
no,
wasn't
you
Millie.
mean-
It wasn't Millie Vanilli.
He's singing UB40.
Millie Vanilli is dead. One of them is dead. There's no way. They don't go on tour anymore ever since their scandal, and the one guy's dead.
He's got to look
Says
it
here
up.
he
Google
died
it.
from COVID.
He did.
Behind the Group died of COVID in 2021
Oh, I
at
was
the age of
joking.
66. Frank Franny, the
Yeah,
group's
so-
creator and producer, died in 2024 at the age of 82. And Rob Plantis, a member of Milli Vanilli, died in 1998. Rob is the guy from Milli Vanilli. The rest of the dudes were just
They don't
dudes that,
matter.
that was singing the voices of Milli Vanilli.
Okay, so maybe it was a Millie Vanilli.
Milli Vanilli was
a
the
Milli
first
Vanilli
AI
lookalike
scam in the
opening-
history of the world.
Opening for UB40.
Do you remember when they got busted lip singing?
Yes, blame
Yeah.
it on the rain.
And it was on video.
Ooh, ooh,
So
ooh.
in 1990 something, it was caught on video with them lip singing and got busted that it wasn't them.
Mm.
And here's the crazy thing. You want my opinion on that now that I'm 50?
Yeah.
Oh, that was a setup.
Yeah.
Somebody was videotaped them and then messed up their track.
Yeah, it was UB40. They're still alive.
Right.
Yeah. It was something.
UB40 is still alive.
And Blues Traveler. We were supposed to see Blues Traveler.
Yeah, we had Blues Traveler tickets too.
I bet you also had tickets to the one guy that everyone loved, Dave Matthews. Do you have Dave Matthews?
No,
I've
I
never
don't
been to
see
a Dave
that.
Matthews
I
thing.
got,
I'm not
I
a
got
Dave Matthews
scammed
fan.
into going
Believe
to
it or
Dave
not.
Matthews one time. I'm not going again.
You would never go back to a date. If I was
I
single,
wanna
it would be the first place I'd go to find a date.
They're not straight women.
I'd book
there.
it. What?
He's a-
You're out of
It's a
your
trick.
mind.
It's a trick.
he's a
Chicks
lot of
love some
lesbians.
Dave Matthews.
It's a trick. Yo, yeah,
I went to one Dave Matthews show. I don't even remember the songs or the people. I just or the show. All I remember, I was kept saying, "Man, is there any other dudes in here besides me?"
No, it's a you
Only a
concert.
couple of them got
Right.
tricked into going to Dave Matthews. I was
Right.
one of them.
I don't know.
I do. I've been there twice.
Good morning, Lewis. Nice to see you, buddy. Good morning, Josh. Great to see you, buddy. Great to see everybody jumping in on the Joshua Tree stream this morning. It is a great day. Let's go. You ready to go over the next step in life?
Rock and roll.
Or you want to take a break?
Whatever you want. Look
at this picture. It's bizarre.
Creeper.
Big Mama Radio live on the beat. Breaking news, y'all gotta take a seat.
What?
Puff Daddy drama unfolding tight. We got the tea served hot tonight. Turn it up loud, it's the update show. Big Mama got the scoop you need to know. Drama in the air, let the story flow. Stay locked in, we about to go. Courtroom buzz got the city on fire. Truth or lies, what's the jury desire? Big Mama's mic got the pulse in check. Every word hits with the live effect. You know, turn it up loud, it's the update show. Big Mama got the scoop you need to know. Drama in the air, let the story flow. Stay locked in, we about to go. Stay tuned right here where the stories ignite. Big Mama Radio, keeping it tight. Puff Daddy trial and the clock goes tick. Hold your breath, y'all. It's about to get thick.
Here it is, P. on trial, the bad boy breakdown, day 19.
I feel like I need to ring the bell for that one. This is intense.
It is. It has gotten very intense. And I know you're pulling videos as I tell the beginning here.
Yep.
Prosecutor Maureen Comey questions Jane during Sean Combs' sex trafficking trial in New York, but let me give it to you. The trial of Sean Diddy Combs entered the 5th week on Monday, and Manhattan federal court with quote-unquote Jane, a pseudonym for an alleged victim and ex-girlfriend of Combs, returning to the witness stand in the high-profile sex trafficking case. Federal prosecutors say that for decades, Combs abused, threatened, and coerced women to participate in marathon sexual encounters called freak-offs and used his business empire along with guns, kidnapping, arson to conceal his crimes. Testifying for a third day, Jane tearfully recounted the harrowing freak-offs, which she called hotel nights, telling the court that she felt obligated to perform sex acts for Combs with other men because he was paying her rent. After reading the explosive sex trafficking lawsuit filed by Combs' ex-girlfriend Cassie Ventura in November of 2023, Jane said that the claims were eerily similar to her own experiences. I almost fainted, she recalled in court. In fact, I think I did. The 55-year-old hip-hop mogul is facing 5 criminal charges, 1 count of racketeering conspiracy, 2 counts of sex trafficking by force, fraud or coercion, and 2 counts of transportation to engage in prostitution. He has pled not guilty to all charges. Jane wipes away tears while testifying. Her testimony last week, Jane and the Combs began paying her $10,000 per month rent, in which she described as a love contract during their 3-year relationship. She told the court Monday that it made her feel like I had to perform sex acts and that he expressed her displeasure with the arrangement to Combs. Quote, I don't want to be used and locked in a room to perform and fulfill your fantasies, Jane told Combs in a text message that was shown in court. I don't want to play this role in your life anymore, she continued. It's a dark, sleazy, and it makes me feel disgusted with myself. I feel it's the only reason you have me around and why you pay for the house. I don't want to feel obligated to perform these nights with you in fear of losing the roof over my head. At one point, Combs texted her asking if he could come over, adding that that's my house too. At another, he texted her the same message 6 consecutive times. Are you going to let me in our house? Jane texts Combs, I'm not, in response to her concerns, she said Combs invited her to New York and promised to be a proper trip. But shortly after arrival, Combs arranged another hotel night at the Trump International Hotel. She said Combs gave her ecstasy and invited a new male entertainer, a cowboy wearing heels, she recalled, to join them to have sex with her while he watched. The New York trip was followed by a similar one in Miami, Jane said. She texted Combs to tell him that she no longer wanted to have sex with other men in front of him. I don't feel like performing loveless cold sex, she wrote to Combs in October 2023. I'm not a porn star. I'm not an animal. I need a break. Combs wrote back saying he just wanted to spend the day with her. You're going to spend the day, love bombing me so you can get what you want? It's not genuine. I've hit a mental and spiritual wall, he replied. Jane told the court that whenever Combs wanted the hotel night, he would begin love bombing her, showing her excessive love and affection in order to manipulate her and to get her to participate in one. God, this love bombing just takes me right to the watch of the Osbournes.
Right?
Jane says Combs turned a sobriety party into a hotel night and left her traumatized. Jane told the court that after exchanging a series of messages with Combs, she agreed to meet him because she was concerned about his health and wanted to help him get sober. She testified that Combs agreed to stop taking drugs but wanted to have a one last sobriety party first. At the party at the Beverly Hills Hotel, October 18, 2023, Combs took ecstasy and cocaine and invited 3 men to have sex with Jane, who did not take drugs on the occasion. She said that after having sex with the first 2, she threw up, but Combs encouraged her to continue. Jane said she felt absolutely terrible. I was disgusted, she said. I was repulsed. She said that subsequently developed a urinary tract infection and a yeast infection. After reading Ventura's explosive sex trafficking lawsuit against Combs in November 23, Jane told the court that the claims were eerily similar to her own. I almost fainted. In fact, I think I did. Jane told the Combs with a similar weight. It was a nightmare. I can't believe I'm reading my own story. Jane texts Combs with a similar message. Quote, I feel like I'm reading my own sexual trauma, she texts Combs. The sick part is you knew this was coming and you gaslit me and made me feel crazy about the sex trauma I was developing knowing you've been here before. It's all so clear that this was a sexual exploitation and that you framed as love for your 6 fetishes. The court then heard audio conversation Jane had with Combs a few days later in which Combs tells Jane he needs a friendship and that he needs to get through this together. Quote, I need you to be there for me, he said. You don't got to worry about anything else. Jane testified that she took it to mean that he would continue to pay her rent if she cooperated with him. Jane says Combs threatened to release sex tapes to her child's father. Jane testified that at one point Ventura's lawsuit became public. Combs told her to charge me for your resentment over their relationship. I need you to get over this, she called Combs, telling her, I don't want any loose ends. After Jane proposed that he pay her $150,000, Combs accused her of being an opportunist and threatened to release video recording of her having sex with other men during the hotel nights to the father of her child. Jane said that she reported the threats to Christina Quorum, KK, if you know, Combs' chief of staff, and asked to intervene. According to Jane, Quorum assured that nothing would happen, that she and Combs just needed to give each other space. Combs alleged that the threats release video, it goes on further. Jane told the court that she missed Combs and that they eventually got back together in 2024. She testified that on June 18, 2024, he came to her house in L.A. after he got back from a family trip in Utah, and they got into an argument that escalated into physical violence. She said she was upset about a young woman she thought he was with on the trip and called him a pedophile. She said that she pushed his head into a marble counter and started throwing candles around the house and locked herself in the bathroom. Combs kicked the bathroom door off its hinges, she said, so she ran into the closet and then tried to leave. Jane said Combs caught her in the front door, kicked her in the thigh, and put her in a chokehold. She said that she was able to squirm out and ran outside. She said that she returned to the house thinking Combs had left, but he followed her inside. This time, she said, hid in the guest bedroom and locked the door, which Combs also kicked in, and then ran into the patio where they punched each other. Jane said they went into a ball on the ground in the backyard as Combs kicked and punched her. She said he grabbed her by the hair and dragged her into the house. Shortly after the fight, Combs invited a male entertainer over because he said, we're not going to end that night like this. Jane said that Combs told her to put on the makeup and put her hair up to the side to cover her injuries and insisted she take ecstasy before having sex with the male escort. She told the court that Combs had an assistant and a security guard later delivered $10,000 to $12,000 in cash for damage to the home, which included 4 broken doors. He had to pay for the male escort. U.S. District Judge. Defense files for a motion for mistrial. Over the weekend, Combs' legal team filed a motion for mistrial alleging prosecutorial misconduct stemming from the testimony of government witness Brianna Boglan, a friend of Ventura, last week, in her 2024 lawsuit against Combs. Boglan said that he dangled her from a 17th floor balcony of Ventura's apartment in L.A. The defense said it had proof Combs wasn't in L.A. at the date. The judge granted the government a day to respond to the motion, which was filed Saturday. In the second times Combs' defense had made the motion as a mistrial. There you go. And they're not.
It seems to be a little mixed up too, because I've got stuff over here saying that they're claiming that the mistrial was based on Casey not actually being there and finding out about it via text instead of actually being there. So it's almost like he's not denying that it happened. He's just denying how she heard about it.
Right. And I think what we're gonna have here is
That's almost admission of guilt if that's what it is.
the
Admission of
Jane
doing it.
testimony is crushing, and there's no way the defense is gonna be like, well, you went back to him, right?
Mhm.
You went back to him. Oh, you went back to him? Okay. Blah 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 blah. Like, so that's gonna be what they're gonna do. They're gonna try to discredit her.
Yeah.
But she's got recorded conversations and text messages saying, I don't want to do this anymore.
Yeah.
Supposedly, she was actually in bed with Diddy when the video of him
Right.
assaulting
That
Cassandra came out.
wasn't in the story. I thought that would actually be in the story, but it wasn't. Yeah, he was in bed when she found out, and then they didn't talk about it for 2 days.
Yeah, because he went into damage control mode with his team, is what she says, and
Right.
then that's where he was actually apparently at her place coming up with the apology video with his team of people.
Oh, when he was in that
Yeah.
bungalow-looking patio, and then he was like, "Oh, I'm just really upset about what happened." Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that video was the
Jane
worst.
recalled her reaction to seeing Combs' eventual apology, saying she was underwhelmed. But there's no heart there.
Guys, it's a pattern. Every woman isn't making
Yeah.
this story up.
Yeah.
There's too
All
many
right.
of them that sound too similar.
It's the same pattern.
He
And
enjoys
they are
being-
Jane crushed it. She's his newest relationship.
Yeah.
She knows all his history. What is the craziest thing is that more people haven't come forward and said, man, but we don't know yet. There might be 30 more witnesses. This definitely is not lasting 8 weeks. I'm sorry. They're getting an extension.
This
They're
is
filing.
crazy.
Like, this is, I mean, her testimony's in its 3rd day now. Like, it's going to cross cross-examination of hers today. That cross-examination is going to take all day, if not a day and a half.
I do have some videos for you. by the
Oh, let me
way.
hear. What you got?
All right.
I always like the videos, even
I'm
though
gonna
a lot of
start-
it's stuff we already
I'm telling
told,
you
but
I'm
I really
sorry.
didn't cover Friday.
Start from the bottom.
Holy crow.
No, just the bottom.
Just the bottom.
And then we're going to go up.
Uh.
We're going to start with the bottom one. This is the phone
Diddy's
call.
voicemail that he sent to victim number 2, who is his ex-girlfriend that's going by the pseudonym Jane, has just been released to the media. This voicemail is one piece of evidence.
many
that the feds
ex-girlfriends
are
can he
wanting to
have?
try
Has to be in their
use
short
to
list.
Prove the coercion
lot.
of victim number 2. In victim 2's testimony today, she said she had a contract with Diddy and that Diddy was paying her rent and she felt obligated to do the freak-offs because of this love contract that Diddy made up with her. In Jane's testimony, she described that this love contract between her and Diddy was $10,000 a month, and that was specifically for her rent. She also said when she didn't want to do these freak-offs that Diddy would hold this over her head and say that he was going to take that away from her if she didn't want to participate. During Jane's testimony today, they brought up that Diddy left a voicemail on Jane's phone, and he referred to these freak-offs in her eyes as a job. Now, they have released the voicemail that Diddy left her to the public.
Hey, I really don't know what's going on with you, but I just want to just give you a heads up that I'm about to really disappear on you. You feel me? I'm not going to be playing these games with you at all, at all. So I don't know. You think you silent treating me, and you think I'm going to be, nah. You'll have a rude awakening. You'll just have silence. And ain't nobody threatening you. And
That's
I
where he
ain't trying to
clears
go back
himself
and
up.
forth with no woman. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, I ain't got no time for no games. Where my life is at right now, I don't have no time for no games, baby girl. Me and you could be mad. I could have a spat. We could have whatever. Then after that, you better get on your job. That's really that's all it is. Cause you got me on my job. Nah, it ain't never gonna work like that over here. You know what I'm saying? I was trying not to leave this message, but you have left me no choice. So how do you go in the direction of like moving on and like that, or you like just like have me just keep moving? Ain't no threat. I'm just being clear. I can't do this with you every time you get up.
This voicemail they did play in court today for everybody to hear, and it's very clear that the feds are trying to lay out that Diddy coerced victim 2. Similar to what we saw with Cassie Ventura.
There ain't no
because they
threat.
said Diddy held Cassie's career over her head. What Diddy's being charged with is trafficking, force, fraud, or coercion. So if any of them elements could be proven, then Diddy could technically be found guilty of the trafficking charge. The main thing that's different with Cassie Ventura's charge against Diddy is that Cassie can technically kind of meet coercion and violence because she had both. And so far, we haven't heard about violence in Jane's testimony, and we don't know if this is something that happened in their relationship. So that's just something that we'll have to see.
This is
but
before
either way,
that.
even if there wasn't violence in the relationship, Diddy could
This is
still
Friday.
be possibly found guilty of the trafficking charge for Jane because it's trafficking, force, fraud, or coercion. As far as the prostitution charges for Diddy with both Jane and Cassie Ventura, I'm pretty sure that those two charges alone are sealed for Diddy. There's really no arguing about flying these workers across state lines and paying them money for physical relations.
Job.
We'll have to see how far this actually goes, but it's crazy to hear Diddy's voicemail in real time. Y'all let me know what you guys think about all this in the comments.
You know, I'll tell you what it made me think of.
What?
He's as dumb as it gets. He's so dumb.
Yeah.
How does dumb people get money? How do dumb people get money?
There
If
has
you
been-
listen to his voicemail, the voice inflection, the tone,
He sounds
the
like a
reason
thug.
for it,
Yeah, very thug.
the baby girl, what are you saying, bro?
Yeah.
Like, you're calling a woman who you're fighting with, and you're like, I ain't gonna play these games.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't gonna talk to no woman. Like, it's just like, it's so immature and shows your side of immaturity. And the crazy thing is, this is old P. Diddy.
Yeah.
This is P. Diddy of 2024.
Right.
This ain't P. Diddy of 2018 where you act dumb and do stupid things. All right? When you're young, you do stupid things. Like, you do stupid things. All right? If all these charges were from the 18, or like 2007, 99, or anything like that,
You're embarrassed of yourself.
like, you're embarrassed of yourself. But
Yeah.
this is who you are now. It's who you've always been, and it's coming to light. It truly is.
It's really sad.
And would you dye your hair?
Would
I mean, you could figure out a way to do it. Ink or whatever you had to do in jail. Would you dye your hair,
Yeah,
or
you
would you
can.
come in gray? Would you come in gray?
Maybe
No,
if I want to
come in
look more
gray and look
stoic.
like a rippled, beat up old man.
But you look like a pervert.
Yeah.
Old
does-
guys
he
that
does
have
look
these
like a
charges,
pervert a
like,
little
it
bit.
gives you that old Chester molester vibe.
It does.
And then her saying something about an underage kid, that didn't bash me, boy. Let one of them come up, and he won't be able to have protective custody. They'll go through the guards to get his ass. Like, they will. They'll take him. I'll catch a murder charge to kill that dude. All right, what do you? Oh, my favorite.
All right, so she's back.
Is she running? Is she hiding yet? Is she talking
That's what
more
she's
about
talking
it? All right,
about.
let's go ahead.
It got
And
weirder.
so much happening inside the courthouse or right after the court or the entire team, like right before we go into the courthouse. We're really just trying to mind our own business. But even so, just a few days ago, one of our team members was waiting in the line super early, gets harassed to the point of tears. A passerby is cursing at her, screaming belligerently at her, tries to snatch her phone from her hand. We've been told that she's been starting quite a few fights outside the courthouse. This is completely unprompted. She's screaming racist slurs at our team member's face. Nobody cares. Nobody helps. Like, people are just standing around live streaming it, filming it, watching it. And then afterwards, after the crazy lady leaves, the same people that were filming that did nothing to help our team member are now filming her as they comfort her. And they're like trying to rub her back and tell her it's okay. It is so dystopian. We were inside the courthouse, so we didn't even know until after the fact. There were briefly a group of protesters wearing Free Diddy shirts across the street from the courthouse. They were allegedly getting paid $20 an hour to stand outside and wear Free Diddy t-shirts to promote the Diddy coin, which we've also received an email about. It's like a crypto coin for Diddy, so there's that. There was another incident where a man was believed to be holding a pool ball inside of a sock. So he's like threatening to swing it around and hit people with it. We didn't see it. We were warned about it. So we like stayed in the courthouse a little bit longer before exiting that day. And it's the same guy that allegedly we heard again that he spat at a reporter. He was screaming homophobic slurs at people in the line. And the NYPD, they will just take the people harassing the public and the press outside waiting to get into the courthouse, will lead them across the street and then send them off. They literally just cross the street with them. We've seen this happen almost every other day. I mean, I think they can't really do anything unless someone demands to press charges or, I don't know, actually, God forbid, gets injured. So that's great.
They want to silence the press. What?
That wouldn't happen in Florida. Somebody would have floored that guy.
Yep.
Somebody would have floored that dude. Wham! Would have been the next thing right out of somewhere. And what's funny is I can never be a man and watch that go down.
No, you want to go up there and punch somebody right in the face.
I could be a man and watch
Florida
somebody
man comes
beat.
out of nowhere.
There's
Right.
been a lot of things that have been happening at the court behind the scenes. I'm just going to paint the picture for you. This is not creepy. It's just pure chaos. Outside the courthouse, it is a literal zoo
I love
every
this.
single day. I see TikToks here and there of people capturing this chaotic tornado that's happening. And it is wild
What is
how
that?
desensitized everybody is getting to just how incredibly messy everything is. A few days ago, there was a man who came
They're
to the
hiring the
courthouse
crazy
with
people.
this giant 2x4 plank of wood, and he was in a rather menacing way slamming it against the street poles. He swung it at a reporter. Thankfully, she did not get hit, but it was still terrifying nevertheless. And this is actually the second time within the span of like a few business days that the police have been called on this specific person. He has been around the line for a while. He has been consistently standing in the line to get into the courthouse, and then in the morning he tries to sell his spot. I will say that this man is very intense. Our only interactions with him personally is that he is very aggressive, and he will aggressively scream "ni hao" at us and expect us to say it back. And so we do, because we're terrified. His friend is also very intense. There was one morning where I was going over transcripts before the courthouse opened. So I'm like sitting on the ledge of the sidewalk and I'm going over the transcripts. He's standing towering over me and he's just demanding to know what I thought about Cassie's testimony. I told him I'm busy. I have work to do. I'm like going over the transcripts, and he keeps insisting me in a pretty threatening way. He's like towering over me. Why can't I help you? You don't think I can help you? You don't think I'm capable of helping you? I'm telling you I can help you right now. It just took so long to get him to finally walk away. He was definitely erratic, unpredictable. It felt like he wanted me to answer his persistent questions about what I felt about Cassie's testimony so that he would have a reason to start freaking out. That was the feeling.
No, you're
Are
in
they
New York City. Those are the homeless people. And that's what you're going to get. And what's crazy is there's functioning homeless in New York City.
Yeah.
You understand what I mean by they have jobs?
So the past 2 weeks,
Go ahead.
Okay, we're getting to the nitty gritty now. I just wanted you to see what's going on outside.
All right, I'm into this, but this is what I want. I mean, we have seen none of this. So we usually hear about what we've already talked about. This is like a different angle. I don't hear much about what's going out there, but she keeps talking about it outside. I think she's trying to push the attention outside so that someone gets involved.
Right.
The police aren't doing anything.
They're not doing nothing.
She's not carrying it. She's not being a Karen.
Yes.
But she's definitely saying the message.
We're not safe.
Right. We're not safe.
weeks, we have had almost 8 or 9 times completely new faces that will come up to us, tell us that they love our show, Rotten Mango, and then they keep asking us where we're staying, which hotel we're staying at, which part of the city we're staying at. And of course, we give them very non-committal answers because that's a very invasive question to ask. So like, just to give you an idea, like clearly, if someone is a member of the press, or if it's a fellow content creator, or somebody that I see every single day and we have some sort of foundation, and they ask me, where are you staying? It feels like, oh, because we're all trying to get a gauge of all the hotels nearby, which one's a good one, which one has good amenities for after court. But these are random people that are like, hey, by the way, I love your show. Nice to meet you. My name is blank. Where are you staying? It's like instant, just nonstop questions about which hotel we're staying at. And then if we evade the question, it becomes what part of the city, which area, how long does it take you to get here? Do you Uber or do you walk? Who's all staying with you? Is it just you guys?
That's
Is it
a lot
just
of
you and your
questions.
researcher here? Do you go home during the weekends if you're not from the city? Do you fly back home? Do you take the train? Like it's just nonstop.
It's like, what are some of
Now-
these questions going to provide for this person? Like, there's
Nothing.
no need for anybody to ask these type of questions.
And the worst part is, it's pretty clear that we're so uncomfortable with these questions because we'll literally be like, yeah, haha, and then they'll just keep asking.
And they don't, some of them don't seem like they've really watched anything from
No.
you. Yeah.
Because now, like, our researchers do this thing where they will try to have conversations about the show, and most of them have no clue what the show is even about, is the feeling.
Yeah.
And then this person will just vanish. That'll be like the first conversation we have with them, and then we'll never see them in court again. So one specific time, there was a man, an older guy, who's asking us where we're staying, just pressing. And he's in the main courtroom, in the public section. He's asking us all these invasive questions, and then he's waiting for us in the hallway during each break, just casually lingering near us the entire day, and then just rerouting every conversation back to which hotel you're staying at, pressing details. My researcher passes me a note later in the day saying, look at him right now. He doesn't even have a notebook. So usually, because you can't bring your phone and you're not just like staring. I mean, even members of the public, they're all taking notes, even if they're not content creators. Sure enough, I look, no notebook, no notes are being taken, nothing. And then he never shows up to court again. Another odd instance, this is a completely separate person that's asking nonstop where we're staying. We give a non-committal answer to him. He keeps asking. And again, it's not giving that, hey, I'm genuinely curious because I'm also staying at a hotel. It's just so unsettling. We refuse to answer. We keep laughing it off. He keeps pressing. Later during a break, he approaches my researcher outside while I'm in the bathroom. And then he asks her where I'm staying. And she again does not respond because he just asked us while we were together. It was just weird. He literally just asked us.
What do you think's happening?
Well, they know where she stays. They're never, that ain't nobody. That's just crazy. Well, let me start by saying this. If I met her today, one of the first questions I ask her is, do you fly home on the weekends?
Right.
Like, that's a question I would ask. If I interviewed her today, all right, yeah, cool. Like, I think the asking people where they stay, there's probably something they don't know is going on, and there's probably some kind of bet. I'll give you $500 if you tell me where she stays or something like that, or somebody. But Diddy's team knows where she's staying. There's no doubt they know where that. Diddy's team knows everything about her, but they don't want to. They look.
And she's the one that's been the
only
most
conspiracy
descriptive.
theorists and herself believe that Diddy's people are coming out. What are they going to do? Stop her from reporting the case? Try to get her to persuade her angle?
They've got bigger things.
Right, bigger things going on right now. They've got to track down a lot more stuff. Diddy ain't got no time to be spending on people to hunt down somebody, Rotten Mango YouTube reporter.
I don't know.
Right?
She's got a lot of followers.
But she doesn't have influence.
She's
not going to change the outcome of the case.
Right.
No,
He's got to go out there and if he's going to put money into influencing somebody,
after a juror.
Right, go after a juror.
That's
I think that's already been done. I think that's already
a
been
witness, one of the two.
Yeah, her account right now, and this is just some of her posts. Stephanie.
Oh, I'm
she
sorry.
was
My
up
bad,
to.
my bad.
She was up to like 7 million.
At least it wasn't machine guns.
7 million on her accounts, like just views on specific videos. This girl's getting.
She's the most interesting.
Really out
Her
there.
and the girl from ABC are the only two I like to watch report from outside.
Yeah.
There's a lot of TikTokers that are trying to get. Here's the deal: you got to know what you're doing.
I'm sorry, I messed up. It was 35.7 million.
Right.
That's a lot. I saw
You
got
got
to
know what you're doing. So many people try to do this. You know, I can't tell you how many people I've met in my life and influence, even right here, who meet me and then want to try to mimic what I do in their own style of life, which is great if you can do it. I'm all in favor of everybody. Like, I have a friend right now that we all know in this room who is pursuing a full-time radio career.
Yeah.
Great. Go get it. It ain't going to hurt my feelings.
No, it's a different.
Right? It's just a different world for
spin
me.
on it.
It's a different chapter in my life.
Yeah.
Terrestrial radio was a chapter now that has recurring cliff notes every now and then where I jump in and do something for Fox News.
Yeah.
Which is probably the only people I want to do something for in this town.
Yeah.
Because it's just easy and they don't ask a lot.
And they have a nice snack area.
Right. They have free sodas, and that's important to me. But nonetheless, you have to know what you're doing, and that's what she's doing.
She's very good at it.
She's very good. She took journalism in college, no doubt.
Yeah. She probably was like the top of her class.
Right. And she's
You
really
know?
good at telling the story, and she tells a story. She doesn't do the whole good morning, Selena. She doesn't do the whole thing of dragging it out.
No.
Or just telling one side of it. You know, when I'm getting my stories in the morning, I'm always just appalled by people writing a story based on your angle. I don't even write stories on I don't even write stories. Everybody knows my angle, and I don't write stories on BigMamaRadio.com for my angle.
Yeah.
I just tell the story. I just want you to know the news. You know, when I was a kid, it'd be like 6 o'clock news. There was no. When I was a kid, 3:30.
What I think is
3 o'clock, 4:30, 4:30, 5 o'clock. Like, there was a 6 o'clock news. That's what there was. And after the 6 o'clock news came on the night news, and that was at 7. And that's what it was
Jeopardy.
for years. For years of my life.
Yeah.
Right? And then all of a sudden they were like, well, we're going to start our news at noon. We'll have news at 11, noon, 3, 3:30, 5, 5:30, 6, 7, and 11.
And we'll let our opinions slip into every single one of them.
Right. And
You
you'll
know what?
angle the
Let's just let
story.
it overwhelm everything.
And
Yeah.
right. And you'll angle the story to be just in your company's point of view, which I hate to
And you
break it.
couldn't rewatch the news
And
unless
you know-
you videotaped it, because if you missed the news, you missed it.
Even yesterday, and I'll give you a great example. This is my best non-Diddy example. So I'm very interested in what's going on in California. I don't want to watch on Fox News, because if I watch it on Fox News,
one way.
I get California is bad and they're going after police officers. And da-da-da-da-da-da-da. If I watch it on CNN, then I get Trump is crazy and he's trying to create a riot and blah, 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 blah.
Right.
You know,
There's no in between.
And there's no in between. But I want you guys to remember something. What made cable news so powerful? What made cable news the most powerful thing?
Money.
It was the first Gulf War.
Yeah.
CNN embedded reporters in with people at war on the front lines. They embedded these reporters into the war.
Desert Storm.
And people would watch these reports.
Desert Storm was the first time we actually saw a war on TV, like,
Right.
unfolding as we're sitting
and
there.
CNN went, they became the biggest news network in the world because of it.
Yeah.
And then they let their opinion jump in
And then that's
and
when they
ruined
messed
their
up.
network.
Yeah.
And I yearn so hard for one person to be like, I'm going to bring back old school news.
That'd be great. We
Here's-
should do that.
And it should just be called old school news.
Yeah.
What do you mean old school news? We're just going to tell it the
We
way
don't
it is.
like either side.
Right.
that'll be
Well,
a
we may
catch
like a
line.
side, but I'm not here to tell that.
Yeah.
I don't want to write this story.
It's up to you.
So that you have an opinion of me. And what's crazy is it's not really about opinions anymore. If everyone went right or went left in the world, like right now, the country is leaning right. We know
Right,
that because,
it's
we have
shift- because it
everything
was-
is right. Everything is right. Like
went-
there's more Republicans in office than there are Democrats across the board.
It went left heavily for a bit, and then all of a sudden it's starting to kind
Right.
of balance itself out. So what happens is too much of either extreme is crazy. I mean, that's just the bottom line. You got to be in the middle.
Constantly, it's like a
teeter-tot.
grandfather clock.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. We don't
Like
know. We
seesaw.
don't know ownership over that. And
Yeah.
then we sit here through all of this, and we watch it go down, and you can't get a real story. I got
like
tired
the
of it.
kids of divorced
Like
parents.
I don't want to. Right, I don't
That's
want
us.
to watch it. I don't want to watch it. And you
Yeah.
guys are doing horrible at it. And in 2025, I think some news station needs to come on and be like, "We've decided not to pick a side."
Yeah. We're just going to tell you stuff, and you decide what the heck you want.
Right. Here's the actual story.
Does it align with your value or not? Your problem.
Here's what Trump said.
Yeah.
Here's what Newsom said. Here's what's going on in California.
Yeah.
Here's what you should be aware of. These are the people that have been arrested. But they look for the clickbait because the whole world is digital now. So
Yeah.
everything you write, including myself, I write a headline. I'm hoping that somebody clicks on it.
Overwhelmed. Absolutely, Selena. That's the whole point, is to give you so much information. It's like every time that they introduce
Right.
a bill that has 45,000 pages and they need passed in 24 hours. Who sits there and reads 45,000 pages to say, yeah, this was a decent bill?
Your staff.
That's how fifth generation works.
Your
You know?
staff.
That's how
Ha-
fifth generation
your staff.
welfare
This is
works.
insane.
Your staff reads the bill. And then they break it into cliff notes and tell you what they think. And they know how you feel, so your staff reads the bill. You may read the bill. I bet you if we got Byron in here right now, Byron would say, I read all the bills. May or may not. I don't know. First off, no matter what party they are,
do that on
you can
purpose.
understand. You can only believe about 60% of all politicians. I
Right.
don't care what party they are.
Yeah.
I don't care.
It's
You
like-
got to run. You are worried about my opinion of you 24/7, 365. You can say you're not, but you are running for office.
Misdirection and overwhelming are
Right.
two key factors in brainwashing people to make them feel that if they question too many things,
I wanted that.
they're
I,
dumb for questioning.
I want that. If I could do
Yeah.
anything in the world and I had like one of the things I would do would be build. I've always thought there'd be two things that would work. A non-bias or a bias. Which one is it? Am I non-biased or biased? Which one?
Bias is you like something more than the other, and
All right, so
non-bias
non-biased.
is
A non-biased news network.
Yeah.
All right. I always get this. So like even call it that. Non-biased news.
yeah.
The NBNN. I don't know.
Ooh, NBNN.
Right. You're watching NBNN, non-biased news network, where we don't pick a side.
I like it.
And then you're never gonna get it. So it's
That's a difficult thing.
It is, and it's
And then we might get harassed like Stephanie So there, because they'll be like, why are you giving people tools? How dare you?
Right.
You know?
You have to feed the information that you're fed to be fed, and you'll take it, and that's the way it goes.
Right. And now
right.
Pepsi's not going to sponsor you.
Right.
Like, that's just how that
I'm going
goes.
to tell you what. They should make it so I don't know. I really so like even running for office has its ways of being manipulative. And what I mean by that is if you start a PAC for me and it has $1 million in it, I owe you a solid. That's for sure.
Oh, yeah. I can't just ignore you when I get
Right.
there.
I'm going to owe you a solid. Like
I'm going to pretend I don't know
right.
you.
What do you need?
Yeah.
And everybody who donates to you needs something. If someone donates to a political campaign,
yeah.
they have a need. Now, I'm not talking about you $100, $500
$500
donors.
or
I'm
whatever,
talking
no.
about your 1,000 or better. If you donate 1,000 or better to a political campaign, either one of two things: you've got more money than God because it's not right. You can't write it off.
Yeah.
It's not a tax. It's not like a
Not
tax
anymore.
deduction, right? You can't
and
write it
they
off.
used to ask you in your taxes, do you want to donate to any political party or whatever? Like with your taxes, I'm like, why?
Right.
They
Yeah.
owe
You
me
have a piece of
money.
my refund? No. His ass.
I'm like, they owe me money. What are you talking about? So definitely. I do have one more video with the other lady that you like.
Okay.
I don't know if you want.
All right. Yeah. Come on. We got a few minutes for we have to
no,
go to break here in
the
a
other
second, but
one.
we're good right now.
I forgot what that one was. That one's like 40 seconds. But her.
All right.
I get overwhelmed because I start looking at all these. She looked like she hadn't had a good sleep that day.
Oh, she looks a little rough today.
4
Yeah.
minutes of audio. That is what jurors just heard. A conversation between Combs and Jane on November 21st of 2023. This would have been after Cassie Ventura filed her lawsuit. Now, the prosecution said that they obtained this audio on Christina Quorum's phone. Christina Quorum, if you don't recall, is the chief of staff, or the former chief of staff for Sean Combs. Now, Jane said that when she read
Chief
the
of
lawsuit,
staff for
she
someone
felt,
sounds
quote,
so weird.
bewildered and was in shock
Not when you're
because
powerful.
she said that 3 of those pages resembled her experience. When it comes to that recording, you
Feels
hear
very
Sean
presidential.
Combs start off by saying, "I'm sorry you feel this way," in reference to a text message that Jane had sent him earlier. He said, "I can't really talk on these phones. I called you. I'm sorry that you're feeling this way. We both enjoyed it. You know where I'm at with my family and my kids." He basically is acknowledging her feelings, but he is saying that this is something that they both enjoyed. Jane goes on to say, "This is crazy to me. I feel sick." You can hear her almost crying through her words. Combs says, "You know me. This is where I need you." Jane then goes on to say, "Who's there for me when I close my eyes and have these things in my head? I feel so manipulated." Combs then says, "Everything we did mutually together." And then there's a moment where you hear a Sharpie, what sounds like a Sharpie, writing on a notepad in the background. And Jane testified that she had seen where Combs would do this before if he's taking notes or having a conversation. But when that was brought up, you really could hear it. It sounds as if somebody's taking notes or writing something down. Combs
Telling
goes
him what
on
to say
"I'm here to
so
help
that they
you.
can
Try
to pause
breathe,
real
okay?
quick.
How can
No.
I be there?"
The what they're doing right here is
Cleanup.
The defense is already on. They're already working on the case.
Yeah.
Like before his charges come, they're like get her to admit that you guys were both in it together. Like that's the Sharpie you hear.
You're
like it's
lawyered
the
up.
lawyer writing it up. It's the lawyer asking like it's just like in a hostage negotiation when you
Wow.
got somebody writing on the note next to you in a hostage. Same concept. All right, go ahead.
And this
Be
is
there
all
for
taped.
you. Let's just get through this together. Then he repeats it. Let's just get through this together. We had some kinky fun together. You know what I'm saying. Jane at points in this conversation seems to want to say more, but Combs sort of stops her, and then he's stuttering a little bit. What is also interesting is that Combs says repeatedly to call KK. Now remember, the prosecution said that they obtained this audio from KK, which is Christina Quorum's phone, Combs' former chief of staff. Then there was a second phone call that they played where Combs says that he really needs Jane's friendship right now and that there's a lot happening. He keeps repeating that he needs her friendship. And then he says, "You know you ain't got to worry about nothing else." Jane said that she believed that to be about the fact that Combs at the time was paying her $10,000 a month. So Jane said she believed that to mean that she would continue to get the financial help that she was getting throughout the relationship.
Wow. So she went more detail into the other phone calls. So I like that.
And I think you're in the middle of something that is going to explode into something way bigger than we're even ready for. I think what we have here is a man who's going to go down very badly, and I can't see it not going any other way. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
This is so dirty and
It
so messed up on so many levels.
And there is yet to be a time where. And I'm going to tell you right now, if you publicly went out and posted something pro Diddy, you should go delete that.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just going to tell you, you should delete that.
Yes, Selena, absolutely. She says manipulative narcissist. Absolutely. This is really, if you've ever wanted to see darkness and just the evil that is possible out there, I mean, he's putting it on full display.
Right.
Full display. He's not holding anything back because he feels powerful.
Right, absolutely.
And when you lose value for people, where you don't see them as anything but disposable, that's the behavior that he has is like nothing. It's like throwing away a pair of socks.
Right, absolutely. And it's you spend your time understanding what people are all about when you see them in court.
Mm-hmm.
And it is, you should have plea dealed this thing, bro.
Yeah.
You should have figured out a way to plea deal this. For years, kept it all off the record.
I'm surprised he's so cocky.
I would have pled this out, taken a 5-year deal.
Yeah.
None of it would have went to court. None of it would have been on the record.
And then maybe save some of his reputation from putting all of this out there. Now people, I mean,
maybe the state didn't. Maybe the government didn't offer a deal.
You think?
Like, we got you. We don't want a deal. No deal. We're ready for court. And that happens. That happens. We don't want to make a deal. We've got the evidence. We're sending you to prison.
Well, and plus they want his stuff because like if it was bought with racketeering money.
Forfeiture and seizures is one of the things that makes government run. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, they love it. And they got mansions.
Because they're able to use
planes.
that money to do other things for their department and for their organization. When you seize, I don't know what it works for government, but like for state, like if you got busted dealing drugs in Lee County and you owned your car and owned your home and they seized it all, they would auction that. And then that money would go towards different programs that you don't necessarily, you have to get allocations. Like it's not just yours to use anything you want.
Like a robo-dog. I want another one.
The county, the county controls it. So, but you can say, hey, I want to get another $100,000 from the forfeiture fund because I want to buy a new drone.
Right.
Now that doesn't cost the taxpayers $1.
Right. It came out of the money from the drug
and most
dealers.
Charitable donations by government organizations or things like that will come from that.
Interesting. So, yeah, if they seize him, he literally has a Sean Combs plane, the black plane.
Right.
With the gold.
I think he has 3 planes, actually.
So that alone, I mean, and then the mansions, there's what, like 2 in Miami?
But I said at the beginning of this trial, Mom's the boss.
Yeah.
Not him.
Yeah, that's why he was smart, too. He says that nothing's in his name, but that doesn't mean anything, right?
Right. No, it doesn't mean anything. They'll come after that. They'll get it. They'll prove that it's his. They'll go back.
Well,
it was made with a dirty empire.
Right.
He's just putting it in his company and thinks it's making him slick.
Right.
Yeah.
Listen,
that's kind of what this is saying because I was looking to see.
Almost impossible for you to stop the government because you're like, well, you can't take my car.
Yeah, it's not
in my name.
Yeah.
Don't use it for a crime. I don't give a damn whose name's it in.
I don't care if it's SpongeBob.
Right.
It's freaking mine.
Don't use it on a crime. Use it during a crime. I'm going to take it.
We got a new yacht.
Right. You know, I was looking at Diddy's plane and thinking that'd make a great Air Force 2. Great for everyone else but me.
You know what? I'm sick of the press. Can we put them on there?
Right. Put the press on the Diddy plane. Let them fly in that grime and grossness. Give them a couple black lights on their way.
When I look out.
Grossest place on earth. Like, and here's the deal.
Put them back there with you.
All right. As a man.
A new sky high. What is
I only got a minute, so I got to go. All right. But real quick, as a man, I just want to say this. All right. I just want to say this. As a man.
The Mile High Diddy plane.
The dude who watches his woman bang other people's called a cuck, and they usually have a sexual dysfunction.
You seem to know too much about this.
Oh, I know.
That means his yin yang doesn't work.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Or he swings
but
the other way.
With sex.
Or he swings the other way, and and he can only get his right. And he
they already said he was with dudes.
Right. And the hip hop community will destroy him.
Yeah, and I think that also him beating the women prior to having the sex
It's a
act.
sexual dysfunction issue too. I agree.
Yeah, that's he's getting off.
I
on
got a
it.
small penis.
Yeah, let me beat you.
I got a small penis.
I'll drag you by your hair.
All right, we got to take
Yeah.
a break. We got more BMR coming up next.
Don't go nowhere.
Dum-dum-dum.
Where you don't just listen, you watch the vibe happen.
Joshua Tree. We're a team. At Joshua Tree, we're a team of ISA certified arborists and master arborists providing free estimates for all your trimming and removal needs. Our certified arborists will help diagnose any problems with your tree and whether or not you need tree trimming, tree removal, or stump removal. Joshua Tree are your tree experts, serving Cape Coral, Fort Myers, and surrounding areas of Southwest Florida. Visit our website to find out more, myjoshuatree.com.
The reason we chose Williamson Brothers is because we researched a lot of dock builders in the area, and we wanted a dock builder who had been around for a while. We wanted somebody that had longevity, and we wanted somebody that would be able to come back and service if we ever had any kind of needs after that. We enjoyed the process throughout because the people who were on the crew, who were on site, and the salesmen all worked together with me to kind of help me understand what we were building, from anything from like joist spacing to how areas go together to the types of screws they're using. Again, I have a construction background, so it was important to me to understand that this was going to be a good quality dock. This was not a cheap dock, so we wanted to make sure that it had longevity and would stand out and last the test of time.
What I wish I knew when I first started advertising? The power of being seen. You already know Big Mama Radio brings you the best tunes and real talk that gets SWFL buzzing. But did you know your business can now be seen as well as heard? That's right. With our new video stream integration, your ads are front and center for an engaged local audience. Whether you're launching a new product, promoting an event, or just want to stand out, we've got you covered. Imagine your message playing live on our stream, reaching viewers on their phones, computers, and smart devices. It's more than just advertising, it's connecting with your community. So why settle for just being heard when you can be seen? Call us today at 239-224-0800 for more info. Big Mama Radio, be heard, be seen.
Summer starts here at Dixie Buick GMC. Take advantage of employee pricing on all new 2025 Buicks. Check out this amazing deal on the new 2025 GMC Terrain. Lease for just $279 a month. Also, lease a 2025 GMC Sierra 1500 for only $359 a month. These offers are for a limited time, so hurry in today. There are no dealer fees, and with the Dixie Buick GMC price match guarantee, there's no need to go anywhere else. Don't wait. Visit Dixie Buick.
They say Southwest Florida is the lightning capital of the world. So it only makes sense that the firm that knows Southwest Florida the best is Lightning Realty Group. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or rent, Lightning Realty Group is a full-service brokerage. They even offer complete management services for your property. So put them to work for you. Lightning Realty Group, taking Florida real estate by storm. 239-201-2951 or lightningrealtygroup.llc.com.
Lights up, gear on, hearts in sync. Yeah, yeah. Southwest style. Down in the sun where the palm trees sway. SJC Tech got your back all day. Veteran pride in the work they do. Fixing bugs with a red, white, blue. From servers to streams, they keep it tight. Code so clean, it glows at night. But when the weekend rolls in, oh man, they light up the town with a master plan. We're wired for the people, power and dreams. SJC host indoor movie scenes with radio waves and Grinch Fest highs. Tech love good times, that's how we thrive. Southwest proud, we do it loud. Techies with heart, shout it out. SJC for the P.
Ready to transform your backyard into a stunning oasis? Custom Pools by Design is your local expert in crafting breathtaking outdoor spaces. Proudly serving from Punta Gorda to Bonita Springs, we're more than just a pool builder. We're artists in creating luxury in-ground custom pools. This spring, partner with us for a chance to win a free Pebble Brilliance glass bead interior upgrade. Our unique mix of half glass, half petal, and concrete offers a sparkle that sets your pool apart. But there's more. Stand a chance to win a Pebble Tech color upgrade or a dazzling double shot abalone shell additive for that extra shine when the sun hits. With the highest amount of PebbleTech interiors and Hayward pool equipment products installed, we offer top-tier quality at great prices. Visit our showroom at 3744 Iron Bridge Boulevard in Fort Myers, or explore the possibilities at CustomPoolsByDesign.com, or give us a call at 239-573-4439.
Dive into dreams where the waters shine. Custom pools by design, so divine.
Everybody's looking for the secret to an amazing wedding. Here's a clue. It's all about the energy. Big Events Florida brings it every single time. Picture this: cold sparks flying as you share your first dance. The room erupts in cheers. CO2 cannons blast into the sky, and your dance floor is packed with friends and family celebrating all night long. Laughter fills the air in our photo booth, capturing those wild, candid moments you'll cherish forever. Our DJs know exactly how to keep the party going, mixing your favorite tracks with jaw-dropping special effects. From the first kiss to the final song, Big Events Florida brings unbeatable energy and unforgettable memories to every celebration. So why settle for ordinary? Make your big day epic. Visit BigEventsFell.com and let's make memories together. Book now. Your party starts here.
Joshua Tree, we're a team. At Joshua Tree, we're a team of ISA certified arborists and master arborists providing free estimates for all your trimming and removal needs. Our certified arborists will help diagnose any problems with your tree and whether or not you need tree trimming, tree removal, or stump removal. Joshua Tree are your tree experts, serving Cape Coral, Fort Myers, and surrounding areas of Southwest Florida. Visit our website to find out more, myjoshuatree.com.
The reason we chose Williamson Brothers is because we researched a lot of dock builders in the area, and we wanted a dock builder who had been around for a while. We wanted somebody that had longevity, and we wanted somebody that would be able to come back and service if we ever had any kind of needs after that. We enjoyed the process throughout because the people who were on the crew, who were on site, and the salesmen all worked together with me to kind of help me understand what we were building, from anything from like joist spacing to how areas go together to the types of screws they're using. Again, I have a construction background, so it was important to me to understand that this was going to be a good quality dock. This was not a cheap dock, so we wanted to make sure that it had longevity and would stand out and last the test of time.
What I wish I knew when I first started advertising? The power of being seen. You already know Big Mama Radio brings you the best tunes and real talk that gets SWFL buzzing. But did you know your business can now be seen as well as heard? That's right. With our new video stream integration, your ads are front and center for an engaged local audience. Whether you're launching a new product, promoting an event, or just want to stand out, we've got you covered. Imagine your message playing live on our stream, reaching viewers on their phones, computers, and smart devices. It's more than just advertising, it's connecting with your community. So why settle for just being heard when you can be seen? Call us today at 239-224-0800 for more info. Big Mama Radio, be heard, be seen.
Summer starts here at Dixie Buick GMC. Take advantage of employee pricing on all new 2025 Buicks. Check out this amazing deal on the new 2025 GMC Terrain. Lease for just $279 a month. Also, lease a 2025 GMC Sierra 1500 for only $359 a month. These offers are for a limited time, so hurry in today. There are no dealer fees, and with the Dixie Buick GMC price match guarantee, there's no need to go anywhere else. Don't wait. Visit Dixie Buick.
They say Southwest Florida is the lightning capital of the world. So it only makes sense that the firm that knows Southwest Florida the best is Lightning Realty Group. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or rent, Lightning Realty Group is a full-service brokerage. They even offer complete management services for your property. So put them to work for you. Lightning Realty Group, taking Florida real estate by storm. 239-201-2951 or lightningrealtygroup.llc.com.
Lights up, gear on, hearts in sync. Yeah, yeah. Southwest style. Down in the sun where the palm trees sway. SJC Tech got your back all day. Veteran pride in the work they do. Fixing bugs with a red, white, blue. From servers to streams, they keep it tight. Code so clean, it glows at night. But when the weekend rolls in, oh man, they light up the town with a master plan. We're wired for the people, power and dreams. SJC host indoor movie scenes with radio waves and Grinch Fest highs. Tech love good times, that's how we thrive. Southwest proud, we do it loud. Techies with heart, shout it out.
Ready to transform your backyard into a stunning oasis? Custom Pools by Design is your local expert in crafting breathtaking outdoor spaces. Proudly serving from Punta Gorda to Bonita Springs, we're more than just a pool builder. We're artists in creating luxury in-ground custom pools. This spring, partner with us for a chance to win a free Pebble Brilliance glass bead interior upgrade. Our unique mix of half glass, half petal, and concrete offers a sparkle that sets your pool apart. But there's more. Stand a chance to win a Pebble Tech color upgrade or a dazzling double shot abalone shell additive for that extra shine when the sun hits. With the highest amount of Pebble Tech interiors and Hayward pool equipment products installed, we offer top-tier quality at great prices. Visit our showroom at 3744 Iron Bridge Boulevard in Fort Myers or explore the possibilities at custompoolsbydesign.com or give us a call at 239-573-4439.
Dive into dreams where the waters shine. Custom pools by design, so divine.
Everybody's looking for the secret to an amazing wedding. Here's a clue. It's all about the energy. Big Events Florida brings it every single time. Picture this. Cold sparks flying as you share your first dance. The room erupts in cheers. CO2 cannons blast into the sky and your dance floor is packed with friends and family celebrating all night long. Laughter fills the air in our photo booth, capturing those wild, candid moments you'll cherish forever. Our DJs know exactly how to keep the party going, mixing your favorite tracks with jaw-dropping special effects. From the first kiss to the final song, Big Events Florida brings unbeatable energy and unforgettable memories to every celebration. So why settle for ordinary? Make your big day epic. Visit BigEventsFell.com and let's make memories together. Book now. Your party starts here.
Joshua Tree, we're a team. At Joshua Tree, we're a team of ISA certified arborists and master arborists providing free estimates for all your trimming and removal needs. Our certified arborists will help diagnose any problems with your tree and whether or not you need tree trimming, tree removal, or stump removal. Joshua Tree are your tree experts, serving Cape Coral, Fort Myers, and surrounding areas of Southwest Florida. Visit our website to find out more, myjoshuatree.com.
The reason we chose Williamson Brothers is because we researched a lot of dock builders in the area, and we wanted a dock builder who had been around for a while. We wanted somebody that had longevity, and we wanted somebody that would be able to come back and service if we ever had any kind of needs after that. We enjoyed the process throughout because the people who were on the crew, who were on site, and the salesmen all worked together with me to kind of help me understand what we were building, from anything from like joist spacing to how areas go together to the types of screws they're using. Again, I have a construction background, so it was important to me to understand that this was going to be a good quality dock. This was not a cheap dock, so we wanted to make sure that it had longevity and would stand out and last the test of time.
What I wish I knew when I first started advertising? The power of being seen. You already know Big Mama Radio brings you the best tunes and real talk that gets SWFL buzzing. But did you know your business can now be seen as well as heard? That's right. With our new video stream integration, your ads are front and center for an engaged local audience. Whether you're launching a new product, promoting an event, or just want to stand out, we've got you covered. Imagine your message playing live on our stream, reaching viewers on their phones, computers, and smart devices. It's more than just advertising, it's connecting with your community. So why settle for just being heard when you can be seen? Call us today at 239-224-0800 for more info. Big Mama Radio, be heard, be seen.
Summer starts here at Dixie Buick GMC. Take advantage of employee pricing on all new 2025 Buicks. Check out this amazing deal on the new 2025 GMC Terrain. Lease for just $279 a month. Also, lease a 2025 GMC Sierra 1500 for only $359 a month. These offers are for a limited time, so hurry in today. There are no dealer fees, and with the Dixie Buick GMC price match guarantee, there's no need to go anywhere else. Don't wait. Visit Dixie Buick.
They say Southwest Florida is the lightning capital of the world. So it only makes sense that the firm that knows Southwest Florida the best is Lightning Realty Group. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or rent, Lightning Realty Group is a full-service brokerage. They even offer complete management services for your property. So put them to work for you. Lightning Realty Group, taking Florida real estate by storm. 239-201-2951 or lightningrealtygroup.llc.com.
Lights up, gear on, hearts in sync. Yeah, yeah. Southwest style. Down in the sun where the palm trees sway. SJC Tech got your back all day. Veteran pride in the work they do. Fixing bugs with a red, white, blue. From servers to streams, they keep it tight. Code so clean, it glows at night. But when the weekend rolls in, oh man, they light up the town with a master plan. We're wired for the people, power and dreams. SJC host indoor movie scenes with radio waves and Grinch Fest highs. Tech love good times, that's how we thrive. Southwest proud, we do it loud. Techies with heart, shout it out. SJC for the P.
Ready to transform your backyard into a stunning oasis? Custom Pools by Design is your local expert in crafting breathtaking outdoor spaces. Proudly serving from Punta Gorda to Bonita Springs, we're more than just a pool builder. We're artists in creating luxury in-ground custom pools. This spring, partner with us for a chance to win a free Pebble Brilliance glass bead interior upgrade. Our unique mix of half glass, half petal, and concrete offers a sparkle that sets your pool apart. But there's more. Stand a chance to win a Pebble Tech color upgrade or a dazzling double shot abalone shell additive for that extra shine when the sun hits. With the highest amount of Pebble Tech interiors and Hayward pool equipment products installed, we offer top tier quality at great prices. Visit our showroom at 3744 Iron Bridge Boulevard in Fort Myers or explore the possibilities at custompoolsbydesign.com or give us a call at 239-573-443.
Now back to the Rise and Grind Morning Show. Heard on Big Hits, Big Mama Radio. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Here we are on the last segment of the show today.
All right, let me settle in my chair since you're fixing.
Meet Ed, not your average house pet. A pet zebra named Ed is back home safe in Tennessee after spending over a week on the run, galloping through neighborhoods and even dodging traffic on Interstate 24.
I love him.
His dramatic journey ended Sunday with a helicopter rescue worthy of a Hollywood blockbuster, according to Rutherford County Sheriff's Office. Ed bolted from his new home on May 31st, just one day after arriving in Christiania. What followed was a week-long game of zebra hide-and-seek as the striped fugitive was spotted trotting through subdivisions, causing brief interstate chaos. At one point, deputies shut down a stretch of I-24 as Ed darted through traffic before vanishing into nearby woods. But the saga came to a spinning conclusion when aviation crews with the sheriff's office located Ed in a pasture near the Buchanan Estates. And a surreal scene caught on video, the zebra was hoisted into the air in a net, legs dangling and all, and flown back to safety like a four-legged VIP.
I love
Despite the wild ride, Ed is reportedly doing fine, and yes, it's completely legal to own a zebra in Tennessee. No permit required, though the Library of Congress reminds us that their unpredictable nature makes them terrible pets, as if Ed hadn't already proven that. Moral of the story is zebras are not meant to for suburbia or the interstate.
I love him. I got a video of him on that little thing. You want to see him?
Yeah, show that beautiful zebra footage.
Here, I just sent it to you. I love this thing.
There it is.
Look at him. He's just like, what's happening?
This is the coolest ride ever. This is the coolest ride ever.
I'm going to run away every day.
Guys, you're never going to believe what happened to me.
I flew like a bird.
How did I keep him in the bag?
Look at him there. He's so cute. Say hi.
I wonder how they kept him in the bag.
Hi, guys. Oh, hey.
Damn, they dropped him right in the trailer? What a hell of a helicopter pilot. That guy's amazing. He swung that dude right into the trailer. Wham! Get in there. Damn.
Don't make me chase you.
Wow, I'm impressed.
And
a Japanese live streamer known as Zokudukudakudukadu was arrested on June 2nd for violating Chiba Prefecture's nuisance prevention ordinance. On May 19th, he was seen wandering a residential area wearing women's underwear on his head and a white gym uniform with red bloomers while streaming the act on Kick. Several viewers recognized the location and alerted local authorities, who arrested him.
Oh my gosh, Travis said it was wild watching him running down the road. That's true. He's our Tennessee guy. Travis, that was amazing. I bet. I want to see a zebra.
Let the zebra live, man.
Let us live.
Let the zebra live.
I love it.
Free Ed.
We never get
Fred!
anything exciting like that here.
Yeah, right. Yes, we do. It's Florida. It's just crazier the stuff we see. A California couple hiking in the desert near Redcrest stumbled upon a metal monolith.
What is that?
A big metal structure standing straight up in the air.
Oh, okay.
Upright in a remote area, renewing interest in the wave of similar unexplained structures that have appeared globally since 2020.
Mm-hmm.
The monolith, described as a tall, reflective, and seamless metallic pillar,
Yeah.
was found by Tiffany and Edward Rivas, R-I-V-A-S?
Rivas.
Yeah, that. During a routine weekend hike, photos they shared show the object firmly embedded in rock terrain with no clear signs of how it arrived. The couple reported to find local authorities who have not yet identified the origin or purpose of the structure. That marks the latest of series of monolith sightings that began with a similar discovery in Utah in late 2020, followed by appearances in Romania, United Kingdom, and several U.S. states. Though many of the objects were later linked to artists or pranksters, the sudden emergence of a uniform design of each monolith continued to fuel speculation and curiosity. Ridgecrest officials say they are aware of it. They are aware of the installation and they are monitoring the site, but not disclosed plans for removal. The discovery has sparked renewed online debate.
So it's just like a reflection, like you're looking at an infinite reflection in that panel.
Right.
Wow.
There's a lot of people talking about these monoliths and what they are, but a lot of them have been tied to artists.
Isn't there that one that got hit by lightning or something that got split in half?
That's another one. That was like a scroll, like a scroll about like a premonition about the amount of people on Earth.
Speaking of premonition, do you ever read books or stories about people who pass away and witness the other side and then come back?
Yes. Yes, I do.
I read a book one time. I forget what it was called. It was about a guy who got in a car accident. And he watched the whole thing from outside the car.
Yeah. It happens.
Right. And but listen to this. A man in the United Kingdom who was declared clinically dead for 45 minutes was reportedly made a full recovery and now claims he vividly recalls watching his own death unfold. Michael Stones, a 61-year-old Derbyshire, suffered a cardiac arrest and was unresponsive for nearly an hour despite emergency medical efforts. Paramedics used a defibrillator and continued CPR before Stone's pulse unexpectedly returned. After regaining consciousness in the hospital, he described what he said felt like an out-of-body experience, observing medical staff working on his body from above. He recounted seeing flashing lights, hearing voices, and sensing a presence, though he insists he did not travel through a tunnel or encounter loved ones. Stone's case was drawn interest due to the rare length of time he was without a heartbeat and still managed to survive without reported brain damage. Wow. Medical experts note that such revivals, though rare, can occur under specific conditions, particularly in CPR, is continuous and brain function is preserved through oxygenation. While near-death experiences remain controversial in scientific communities, Stone's detailed recollections contribute to the ongoing discussion about consciousness during clinical death. He has since been discharged and is undergoing follow-up care.
That is absolutely true. And I do believe that consciousness in the body, even though they separate, the consciousness is still there and aware.
I had a near-death experience one time, and right before the paramedics arrived, I felt like I watched it all from above. And I was watching them cart me out. And then when I got into the ambulance, I remember being back in my body and saying, "Don't let me die."
See,
and they're like, "We're not going to let you die."
Wow. See, that's deep.
But there was legitimately, I was in a bathroom when they came to get me, it's like two distinct things. I remember seeing like a bunch of weird stuff. I was having some issues with something. I was just having some issues with some medication, really bad issues. And I was seeing some like hallucinations underneath the sink, and then I was out of my body. I saw the hallucinations, and then I was out. And I stood there and watched the paramedics walk in. And I was like, why am I not in there? And then when they pick me up and take me to the ambulance, there's like darkness. I don't remember.
Yeah.
And then I remember the ambulance.
Really?
Yeah, because then they pumped my stomach when I got into the damn emergency room. I wanted to fight everybody. I was fine at that point.
Yeah, you're like, I'm back.
Right.
When you were looking at your body,
Right.
did you see your body as just a hollow vessel at
No.
that point, or did you know that there was still life in there?
Oh, I don't know. I just saw my body laying there.
You
It would
just-
just look like me laying there.
Really?
Right.
That's pretty intense.
And motionless. There was no movement in my body. I was just laying there.
Yeah.
And I was like in a fetal position because it was the stomach thing. Like I was dying because of something I ingested something I took that I shouldn't have taken.
Yeah.
Accidentally took me over the deep edge, and I was gonna die. Like they had to pump my stomach quick.
Wow.
And that was it was crazy. That was a crazy time. I don't even like to read. Whew.
Yeah.
Let's change subjects to this or that.
All right.
Unlimited free coffee or unlimited free pizza?
Coffee.
Yeah.
Well,
Every day.
yeah, I eat coffee. I don't eat pizza every day.
Pizza every day.
A limited tree house or a houseboat?
Boat.
Depends on where the tree
Wait.
house is.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Let me take my answer back. Because I've been seeing those Peru ones, and they're really nice. Like, they're like resorts in trees. Okay, never mind.
Right.
I'll go there. I'll go to the
matters
jungle.
where either what. Are we talking about a houseboat that's got 4 bedrooms and a kitchen and a big screen television?
Yeah.
Or are we talking
Stuck
about
on a
something?
yacht in the middle of Okeechobee.
Right. Like what are we talking about? Like,
Yeah.
It really matters. See an alien or see a ghost?
Oh. I think
Alien.
Alien's going to give me more higher info.
I've seen both, so
Let's go with it. Let's go Alien.
we've all seen both.
Well, but the ghost hasn't. Well, nobody's
I've s-
communicated. Why isn't anybody
I've
talking
seen
to
a
me?
ghost when I was a kid, and I've seen an alien standing next to President Trump. So
Beep boop beep boop.
we're good.
No, that's a robot.
He's an alien. He's from Mars.
He is from Mars.
Look, man, he's an alien. He wants to get off the planet. He's like E.T., and nobody believes it.
Yeah.
He even went all the way to the most powerful man in the world. Like, you help me get out of here?
E.T. phone home.
I'm
Take
going
me
to try to
your
get another
leader.
rocket off this bitch tonight.
Take me to your lever.
He sends off
Leader.
more rockets that just exploded because he's just trying. Look, I can get one to the International Space Station.
Yeah.
I can get it to the moon. I got to get one to Mars.
Yeah.
And I can't seem to get it that far.
And everybody's spending their time
Right.
on Katy Perry. What about
Right. What about me? Making one of these real. Unicorns or mermaids?
me? Ooh.
This is a good one today.
Oh, unicorn.
Unicorns
Oh,
are
man. Can I,
I
be
wonder-
the mermaid? Or I just
I
know?
wonder
just-
what a
you're-
unicorn would taste like, and a mermaid I don't want to know. So
Fishy.
You don't eat horses.
you don't eat mermaids.
Yeah, it'll be
Right,
a horse.
Why would you go
It's
taste
too
on
weird.
either one of them, you
Those are
weirdo?
Too weird.
A unicorn would be just a horse with
What
a
other purpose
the
would there
horn,
be to have a
right? Like
unicorn?
I'm gonna make
magic?
mermaids real.
Mermaids?
Yeah,
They will
absolutely.
drown you.
Right.
They will take you to the bottom of the ocean.
All right, make me one of them.
You
Be
don't
able
know.
to speak every language or play every instrument. Ooh,
Ooh.
this is a tough one.
I think every instrument.
If I play every instrument well, then any language can hear me.
Oh, it's a lovely international language.
Is the language of love.
Love. I want to speak every language. I think it's great.
I would love to see you speaking Chinese.
Me?
Yeah.
I would just want to understand Vietnamese. And then I'm going to get my nails done. I'm going to see what them women saying about me.
Yeah, they're like, look at the red guy who
right,
walked in.
Right. Look at this fat guy coming here to get his nails done.
He's
Look
got
at
that
his
one
ugly ass
weird
feet.
toe.
Look, they got them ugly feet. Boy,
Next-
they stink bad, too. I've smelled them.
Next time you want to go, let me know. I'll let you know what.
Yeah,
they're
that's
telling
better
you.
than playing a
I'll let you know
violin, a
what they're
cello, a
saying.
trumpet, and everything else on the planet.
Super speed or super strength? Last one.
Oh, if I'm strong, I don't have to run. And I don't like running. But I don't
think
know.
super strength would be more useful.
Wait,
speed.
would I have weird muscles, or would I just like be normal and then you just like, oh my god, wow, that's really
Look at
strong.
her. She can lift a car.
Yeah, I don't want to be like
Right.
like the
Hans
Hulk,
and Franz.
like the
I'm
Hulk
Hans,
girl.
and you're Franz, and we have
God,
to pump you up.
No, I don't want to do that part.
Wow, he's got a GoPro.
These are hilarious.
Right. What? Listen to this.
Yeah.
As you're in the middle of your journey,
Okay,
you like meditation, right?
I love it.
You ever had orgasmic meditation?
Tell me some more.
Nicole Dead one.
Maybe.
Daedone. Daedone. So I'm gonna say Daedone.
They don't.
Nicole Daedone and Rachel Cherwitz, 44 co-founders of One Taste, was found guilty today at a Brooklyn federal jury on charges of forced labor conspiracy, Prosecutors of them are luring vulnerable women into working long hours for minimal or no pay under the guise of orgasmic meditation, alleging the staff were coerced into performing sexual acts, including OM sessions, encounters with influential clients or investors to drive business growth. The jury, after a 5-week trial, determined the workplace environment amounted to coerced labor, with prosecutors depicting the operation as physiologically manipulative and exploitive. Yeah. Both women face up to 20 years in prison, with sentencing expected later. Defense attorneys argued participants freely entered the unique workplace. Characteristics at the consensual wellness work miscast as a criminal due to retrospective regret, and emphasized that neither woman took the stand. One taste was initially founded in 2004 by
It's not meditation.
Daedone in San Francisco, and was expanded nationwide before being sold in 2017. It was later accused of operating like a cult with communal living, surveillance, and pressure tactics described during trial. Both women are expected to appeal the verdict. The case spotlights increasing rigorous scrutiny of wellness startups that blend profit with intimate sexualized practices.
This is foreplay.
They
not
literally
meditation.
just play with you. On
Yeah,
the
this
thing.
is foreplay, not meditation. Here's how it works.
There's
right
no
here.
meditation.
Yeah.
Like, it's like take off your pants and lay down.
Okay.
No. They're staying
What?
clothed.
No, they're not.
They are. Read it right here. How it works.
Both parties are fully clothed except for the women
Oh, okay.
is undressed from the waist down. So that's not clothed.
I mean, if I'd have thought about this in my teen years, holy cow.
Well,
Meditation extra.
Let's meditate.
want to meditate with your
Let's
vagina?
Let's meditate. Let's get a group
Right?
together.
By the way, Connor Smith, the country singer, kills a pedestrian in a Nashville crosswalk on June 8th. His Chevy Silverado hit a 77-year-old pedestrian, Dorothy Dobbins, in a marked walt work near 3rd Avenue North and Van Buren Street. The Metropolitan Nashville Police report that Smith showed no signs of impairment, and preliminary findings indicate he failed to yield the right away. Dobbins, a local resident, was rushed to Vanderbilt University Medical Center, where she later pronounced dead. Indian bride arrested after husband found dead on honeymoon.
Why?
Because she didn't like him.
What?
Male blood found, by the way, if you're following anything into this Travis Decker case, he's still on the run. They have not found him, but they have basically found male blood at the campsite as how it continues for the father suspected of the triple homicide, a federal manhunt involving land. But they say recreational areas have partially been reopened, though camping remains restricted pending the father's capture. I think they have found an area that they believe he is in.
I hope they find him.
Georgia couple arrested for leaving a 3-year-old alone in a shed without water or power.
Really?
Yeah. Sarah Promet, 34, and Joseph Turner, 35, were arrested on June 2nd in Georgia. Faced second-degree child cruelty charges, allegedly confining a 3-year-old boy identified as Bajon Turner to a backyard shed from May 1st to May 22nd, according to the arrest warrant filed by Douglas County Sheriff's Office. The makeshift living space lacked running water and electricity. The child was reportedly left unsupervised, unbathed, and unclothed, conditions that prosecutors say demonstrated criminal negligence toward his mental and physical well-being. Prominent Turner remain in custody in the Douglas County Jail without court-appointed defense attorneys named publicly.
Weird.
Neighbors say the couple had lived on the property for more than a decade and mentioned that the shed had recently burned down over Memorial Day weekend. One neighbor, Matthew Giovanni, expressed sorrow for the child and said he wasn't surprised by the news, citing concerns about the couple's lifestyle. Authorities have yet to disclose how officials first became aware of the situation. The couple faces the felony charges, and the investigation is ongoing. Like a True Crime Tuesday for you guys.
Yeah, get him.
A 21-year-old guy in Florida got arrested for misusing 911 after he called and claimed a strip club ripped him off because there was no sex in the champagne room.
No. Qué estúpido.
He thought he was a Diddy's.
He's so
A
stupid.
21-year-old man got arrested in Clearwater,
21?
Florida on Sunday after he called 911 and a stripper wouldn't have sex with him. It happened at a place called Oz Gentlemen's Club He originally from Saudi Arabia, which doesn't have strip clubs, so he probably wasn't familiar with how they do things.
But you could
He
Google
told
it.
1991 he requested sex from a staff member and gave them $300, but then they took him to a private room and did not have sex with him.
Yeah, they already got the
$300 is the
$300.
price for their 30-minute VIP champagne room package. He was still on the phone when the cops got there. They said he smelled like booze and was slurring his words. It turns out he just turned 21 last week. They arrested him for misusing 911 and released him the same day on a $500 bail.
That cost him $800, and he still didn't get laid.
What do you do when you're in Key West and you're fishing and a shark steals your catch?
You go home.
You stab it. A 26-year-old Florida man was arrested after a Snapchat video showed him repeatedly stabbing a bull shark near Key West Vanderbilt wreck site on May 22nd. The video captured "Bud broke my rod" quickly went viral, prompting an anonymous tip to the FWC. Authorities identified the man as Zane Garrett, who claimed to be a charter boat captain with Second Nature Charters, but apparently lacked the proper license and was arrested for aggravated animal cruelty charge. Boy, these unlicensed captains.
Yeah.
Garrett admitted in the warrant that his stabbing spree was motivated by revenge after the shark had stolen his fish and claimed he stabbed it to scare the other sharks away, a tactic he called common. However, he acknowledged that the attacks wouldn't kill the shark, saying it takes a lot more to kill a shark than stab it in the head. He also confessed to using firearms, knives in prior attacks without harvesting the sharks. Authorities condemned the incident, egregious, and Garrett is currently held in the Monroe County Jail on a $10,000 bond.
Can you catch a shark? Like if you want it,
Yep.
like you could catch it.
Some of them.
Okay, so you just can't beat it up.
Right. There's no need to kill it, and there's really no need to keep it.
Yeah. Well, some people eat like the shark cartilage, no?
Some eat shark steaks, and shark fin soup is an illegal thing that people make.
Illegal?
Yeah.
But you can have the shark, just don't eat his fins?
The shark that you get shark fin soup off is protected. Man uses spider ruse to grope woman in Queens.
Say what?
Police in New York City are searching for a man accused of using a fake spider trick to molest multiple women in Queens. According to the NYPD, the suspect targeted at least 3 women by pretending a spider on them and then using it to pretext to touch them inappropriately. The incidents occurred in the Forest Hills area between May 24th and June 2nd. In each case, the man allegedly approached the women in public, warned them about a spider on their clothing or neck, and then touched them under the guise of helping them remove it. Surveillance images released by the NYPD show the suspect wearing a black T-shirt, dark pants, and carrying a backpack.
Is he part of the meditation club?
Right.
Like, what was that?
What's a word that sounds naughty but isn't?
A word that sounds naughty but isn't. Oh man, you just put me on a weird spot. Can't even.
Dongle.
Oh, the dongle. Yes, that does sound weird. I had somebody call me in the office
Have you
once.
seen my dongle? No, it's illegal for you to show it to me too.
Someone called me about fixing their dongle once, and I had no idea what they were talking about.
Gesticulate.
It sounds like it's in the lower regions.
All right. Just to make gestures.
Oh.
Homo erectus.
Yeah, that one always got me in school.
Sectuplet.
Sectuplet.
Succulent.
Succulent, yeah.
Penal code.
Yes, that one.
Cockles.
What? What's that cockle?
It's a small edible bivalve mollusk. Mollusk.
That sounds dirty too.
Shuttlecock.
Oh my goodness.
It's the badminton thing you hit in badminton. It's called a shuttlecock.
I don't even know what badminton is.
What else do I have for you? Fallacious.
Fallacious.
Deceptive.
Fallacious.
Kumquat.
Yeah, that one's weird.
Right. All right, so Father's Day is coming up this Sunday. Got any plans?
Is it this Sunday?
Yeah. This
Oh
Sunday.
yeah, I knew that.
All right. This Sunday.
We're going on vacation.
Sorry about your luck, Louie.
I'm like, whoops.
So
Can we reschedule?
I actually think I'm doing an event on Father's Day.
No, you're not. Who does an event on Father's Day? That's a day of barbecuing.
Oh, hold on.
Is this Sunday, really? Oh my god.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
You're gonna run by CVS and get Louie a tin of cookies.
have to. My dad loves those old guy cookies. The ones he put
Give
all.
him this
My mom.
give
My
him an
mom.
emergency taco kit.
My mom will dump out all the cookies and then just put all the sewing kit stuff inside of it.
She refines them.
Oh man.
I don't know. There's always something I got to do. Father's Day, movies to watch with Dad. Top 10. Number 10, Asteroid City. Number 9, Parenthood. Number 8, The Iron Claw. To Killing Mockingbird at number 7, Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade at number 6. Here are your top 5.
Okay, that's the only one I know of.
A Quiet Place. Field of Dreams.
Oh, that's the baseball one.
Yeah, I cried. I'll never watch it again.
Yeah. Oh.
The Godfather.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Finding Nemo. Raising Arizona, one of my favorites.
Raising Arizona's good.
Nicolas Cage. It's true. It's true. Octopuses have 3 hearts and blue blood.
I didn't know
It's
that.
true. It's true.
I didn't know
Koalas
that.
have fingerprints nearly identical to humans.
Really?
It wasn't me. It was the koala.
The koala.
It was a koala bear, not me.
You take a koala every time you go do crimes.
That wasn't me. Wombats produce cube-shaped poop.
Ew.
Yep, now you know. Flamingos can only eat with their heads upside down.
I've noticed that.
Yep.
Only when I drink.
Sharks are older than trees.
Sharks are older than trees. My son told me that the other day.
Crows can recognize human faces and hold grudges.
Yes, they can. They will recognize you and they will follow you forever.
I wish you would. Pistol shrimp can create underwater sonic booms.
Really?
Honey never spoils.
No, it never does.
Platypuses glow under UV light.
Did not know that.
Male seahorses give birth.
Yes, they do.
And spiders can balloon their through the air for hundreds of miles.
I've seen that. They float like one of those parasailing things.
For hundreds of miles?
I saw it on Discovery, and they just they look like a piece of like the flowers when the air takes out the little petals and they fly. Like that's what they look like.
Baby showers are a thing. Wedding showers are a thing. But now there's grandma showers.
What? No way.
Yep. Apparently there's a new trend, baby showers for the grandparents. And yeah, that's in addition to the other showers for mom and dad. Some people are saying grandma showers or grandbaby showers or are a heartwarming way of honoring a new chapter in life, but others say it's inappropriate and even a little narcissist. People against them say the grandma shower could shift the focus away from the actual parents. A bigger issue would be that is yet another part of the friends' relatives that might feel obligated to attend with a gift.
Oh my gosh. You know what? I totally misread what you just said. Because I'm thinking like that's probably like the time when people start needing diapers and then like you have a party so everybody brings like a box of diapers. Like
You thought it was shower grandma?
Grandma showers
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Hey, we're going over to my mom's house. We're going to do a little grandma shower. You guys want to come? No.
Bring your Depends.
Let's see your naked ass old grandma.
That's what I thought it was. I'm like, oh my God.
Jelly Roll joked that he's going to
And
quit
how
the
we got a
music
Jelly
business
Roll.
after he realized 2 of his childhood dreams in less than a year. First, he had a cameo on Eminem's album, and now he's featured on a song called Sharks, which is on Lil Wayne's new album, The Carter 6. Do you know Lil Wayne came out with a new album?
No.
Yeah, it's been playing and repeating in the house. Sarah's a huge fan.
Really? It's good?
I guess.
All right.
He's all right. Top 10 minor annoyances that stresses out when you run into someone you'd rather not talk to. Yes.
Selena, don't judge me.
A knock at the door when you weren't expecting anyone.
What? Yes.
When the Wi-Fi slows down.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, these are all things. I agree.
Painful.
Here are things that happened 10 years ago this week. Are you ready?
Yeah.
America Ferrell won the Triple Crown. He was the 12th horse to do it. That was 10 years ago. The most popular wedding songs on Spotify was All of Me by John Legend, and the top first dance song was Thinking Out Loud by Ed Sheeran.
Aw.
Pizza Hut announced their Hot Dog Bites pizza was
Ew.
coming to the U.S.
Hot dog bites.
The Warriors and the Cavs were in the NBA Finals. Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie were still together.
Ooh.
Best was becoming the best way to go to end an email. Kim Kardashian rented out the Staples Center for Kanye's 38th birthday. Florence and the Machine scored their first #1 album. And we found the Brady Bunch kids were all hooking up behind the scenes.
Anybody shocked by that?
All the things we found out 10 years ago.
10 years ago. What was I doing it 10 years ago? Wait, how old was I?
I was right here.
35. I just met Sean.
I was right here doing the same damn thing.
Yeah.
I'm doing right now.
Yeah, there you are.
Every day.
Like the donuts guy.
Right.
That song, shuffling, shuffling.
Oh,
Every
God.
day I'm shuffling. Gotta go make the donuts. Wu-Tang Clan kicked off their final farewell tour in Baltimore over the weekend. They got 27 shows coming up as a 10-person group makes their way across North America. Wu-Tang Clan, they're nothing to mess with. Sly Stone, or Sly and the Family Stone fame, has died. He was 82. Pippa Scott, who played one of the abducted daughters alongside Natalie Wood in John Ford's The Searchers and the secretary of Rosalie Russell's title character, Auntie Mom, has died at the age of 90. Two masked men broke into Macklemore Seattle home earlier the Saturday morning, sprayed the nanny with bear spray, and stole thousands of dollars of valuables while 3 children were at home.
Wait a minute. They sprayed the nanny?
Yep.
Set up.
Yesterday, a judge dismissed Justin Baldoni's $400 million complaint against Black Lively and her husband, Ryan Reynolds. Warner Brothers Discovery is going to split into 2 companies next year, streaming the studios division that will include Warner Brothers Television. I'm not getting into that. Rod Stewart continues to cancel and reschedule concerts coming up in June. He slowly recovers from a bad bout with the flu. Fun surprise guest at the Bruce Springsteen concert in Liverpool when Sir Paul McCartney came out. Fans of Justin and Hailey Bieber are expressing concern over her social media post where she said lemon drop martinis and therapy all summer long. She later removed the words "and therapy." By the way, Justin has lost his mind recently on the internet. They're not talking about that. He just said something about relationships being taxing.
What's it about the body language they're talking about that he has, like when people are drugged out and they do the bend or whatever they're saying that they've caught him like doing that like meth bend or whatever.
Right. He's probably jacked up.
Yeah.
Vince Gill is going to do a residency in Nashville starting in August. He'll be performing at the Ryman Auditorium, which was original hotel, the Grand Ole Opry. Terry Morin, the senior national correspondent for ABC News, who was actually chosen earlier this year to interview President Trump because Trump didn't like how David Muir treated him in the debates, has been suspended over controversial social media post about Stephen Miller.
Who's Stephen Miller?
I don't know.
Okay.
An invasive species first discovered in Georgia is now spreading to the U.S. Asian needle ants. For some, the stings can be life-threatening. For others, it's an unusual pain that can come and go for hours. They found it as far north as Connecticut, as far south as Florida, as well as Wisconsin and Washington State. There are reports that they've showed up in Texas. Check out antmaps.com if you want to know more about needle ants.
I hope I never come across that.
What does it look like?
Yeah, a needle like a pin needle? Is that what it's called? Needle?
Needle. Yeah, needle ant.
So NEEDLE?
Needle ant.
Let's check it out.
Needle ant.
What's it look like? I bet you it's just horrible. It's evil looking. Because anything that causes that much pain.
There's a link about what says identification.
Yeah, I want to see it.
You go up. You can click on it. Go up. Yeah, there you go. Right there.
Click. Clickbait.
Right. You've now downloaded.
Call Microsoft to save your day.
Yeah.
Immediately.
There they are. Just like a regular ant.
Yeah, it's just how can you tell the difference?
Get a bug guy. He won't have ants.
Yeah.
Available this week at KFC, a special version of Mountain Dew Sweet Lightning Peaches and Cream Soda. Sweet Lightning.
You know,
There's
KFC.
a conspiracy about Mountain Dew flavors. Have you heard that?
No.
It lines up with major events every time they release a flavor.
Oh, something big's
like there
gonna
was a
happen.
911. There was a flavor that came out red something right before 911, and the flavor seems
9/11.
to match up.
When you say 911, it sounds weird.
Yeah, 9/11. So the flavor seems to match up with whatever the
theme is. What's the theme for this one?
yeah, it's like COVID had.
I don't know. Not available in stores, Selena Gomez Oreos, a limited edition that includes a layer of chocolate and cinnamon flavored cream.
And Judgment.
Not available in stores? Now available. Now available.
Oh.
All right. I was like, what the hell?
I'm like, why are you
yeah.
gonna make cookies and
Right,
not sell them to me?
Right. After being gone for 6
Jerk.
years, Pop-Tarts is bringing back one of their flavors from the past, blue raspberry. It's not a widespread trend, but you hear that it's happening. People are putting jalapenos in their Sauvignon Blanc wine.
Well, I can see that. You put it in margaritas.
Have you
so-
tried the new Snickerdoodle flavor of Twix?
No.
It's out.
Sounds cinnamon.
And that's all the things you need to know. I'll leave you with this good news story, and then we got a biggity bounce on out of here today. We both have meetings at 10.
Yes.
Animal control officers in Massachusetts saved a baby raccoon that showed up on someone's doorstep. The photo is pretty cute because it's standing on its hind legs like a human. They plan to release it back into the wild when it's ready. Cops in North Carolina saved a very large alligator that was hanging out in the middle of the road. It was close to 400 pounds and almost 10 feet long, so it took a few people to wrangle it.
Oof.
No one was hurt, and it was safely relocated. And 2 cows in Canada tied the knot on Friday. The owners of the miniature Highland cow didn't want her to be lonely and went looking for a mate, so it was arranged marriage. They did a full ceremony, all the bells and whistles. Highland cows come from Scotland, so their groom wore a kilt.
No!
Canada CTV News did a pun-filled story on it with phrases like holy matrimony.
Oh.
And instead of I do, the official had him say I moo.
I want to see that cow. Those are those cute little fluffiness.
That's what Sarah wants more than anything in the world.
I know. I tagged her on a place that has them that we can go to and go spend the day.
I'm going to throw you out.
Why?
We're getting ready to call this the Big and Sean Show.
It's local.
We're getting ready to not be friends anymore.
They have lunch there, too.
If one more person sends my wife a picture of their Switch 2, I'm going to stab them.
Oh, I didn't show you the one I got.
I'll kill you, bro.
Kill you, bro. Come on now. Why you all got to fight like brothers?
Well, we kind of are. But I'm better looking and older.
And yet.
Which makes me superior. Firstborn. Kind of that thing, you know.
Dad likes me better.
Dad likes me better. Mom likes him because he's the baby. That's the way it works. All right. You guys have a great day. We will see you tomorrow, as we will see the return of Tommy Bohannon. He is confirmed he will be here tomorrow.
Yay. I saw his
He
little
may change
girl
that tomorrow,
dancing.
but nevertheless, he said the other day he would be here tomorrow.
He's a busy dad.
He is. Busy life going on for that man.
Yeah.
Busy life going on that man. Make sure you log on to BigMamaRadio.com and follow all the things that's going on. And I have a feeling that we have a big announcement coming up before the end of this week. Very close.
I'm so excited.
It's so close. I'm so excited that I've kept it at bay. I didn't want to announce it without having it be official, although I believe it's going to be official. So as soon as I announce it, y'all will know. It's happening soon. Big Mama Radio is growing every day. I want to thank you for hanging out with us. Remember, when that repo man comes for the car, don't forget to
save the radio.
Ready to ride the wave beyond the airwaves?
Hit us up.
Head to BigMamaRadio.com, the official home of Florida's favorite radio station. Catch the live stream, shop exclusive Florida Vibe merch, listen to our podcast, and get the full lineup of shows, events, and giveaways. Want to know what's playing? We've got you. Want to join the party? You're already invited. It's everything you love about Big Mama Radio in one sunny spot.
It's all online. Celebrity gossip.
BigMamaRadio.com, your digital beach bar with speakers. Is your yard looking cluttered with dead branches, overgrown limbs, or trees growing too close for comfort? At Joshua Tree Inc., our team is here to handle all your tree care needs. Whether it's shaping, removal, or improving the health and safety of your landscape, we provide free consultations and estimates to